Hey everybody, welcome to stream. Give me just one moment while I check and make sure everything's all good. But welcome back to some more Super Mario Star Road. Glad to be back with this. I don't know how the stream's gonna go, but we'll see. So today, I'm gonna just say this right now. I don't think will be a very long session. I might end up proving myself wrong here. Hold on, did I pause everything? Just checking everything. I think chat's okay. Okay, I think we're all good. Just getting some stuff done. So yeah, I'm not going to do a very long stream today. I've not been feeling the best today. I've been feeling kind of down under the weather, if you know what I mean. That depression problem is not really faded as much as I'd like it to. I feel like I'm still struggling and fighting against it, and it feels less than great. We'll talk about, like, the reasons in just a minute. Also, I figured out how to do this, but I had to watch like a video. You have to do like a double jump at a specific angle. Takes a little bit to get in here. Pretty simple star, actually. Oh, god damn it, that's not what I was trying to do. Okay, go back out of the course. Give me a second. Hold on, I'm need a moment to readjust where I'm at. Like I said, I don't have an ordinary setup for my streaming, so I have to like switch where I'm sitting at. I'd stream from my bedroom, and it's weird to say, but I do have my laptop on like my bed, and I'd stream that way, so it's usually not that big of a deal, but sometimes it can be really awkward finding a spot where I don't end up feeling like I'm not in a weird, uncomfortable position. There we go, got it after 2 tries. You had to jump in here, and then boom, other entrance. I thought it was something more convoluted than that. Turns out that's it, the last star here, I think. Let me see. At least this is like original Mario 64. It's gonna be like 6 stars a level. And then the coin star. Yeah, it is. Okay, just making sure. Alright, let's get out of this course. Have you guys been? Hopefully good. Like I said, I want to talk about a lot of stuff. I've got some stuff in my mind. I don't know how well it's gonna go over. Hey C's, glad to see you could make it. Sucks you couldn't, and you can't stay long, but I'm glad you can drop by to watch, to say the least. I've been having a really weird and kind of bad day. It's hard to talk about. Like, I've talked about having depression problems, and they're still very, very prevalent. Okay, this is gonna be a bit of an odd one to talk about. Let me just figure out what I'm doing here really quick. I need to, like, situate this, because I'm gonna go for 100 coin star first here, like I do on most levels, just to get it out of the way. Anyway, yeah, I've been feeling really down in the dumps. I don't know if you guys ever experienced this, or have, like, any similar stuff that's going on with you, but, like, I feel like my mind has actually been really just giving me hell right now. And great. That too, and we're a Wii. You know, that's pretty good. Glad you're getting a Wii, hopefully, and new Pokemon game. It's not been so great for me personally. It feels like I've been, like, part of my day just started up me. Oh wait, shit, I forgot. I was supposed to kill another thing over here to get some more blue coins. I forgot. But yeah, I've been. I got up, I felt like shit. I didn't sleep the best last night, for one, but I remember I woke up, once I got more awake, I had the worst fucking experience today where I just could not motivate myself to do anything. One thing I've noticed with depression that I don't know how many people, like, talk about this, and it's as big of a problem for most people as it is for me, but, like, whenever I get depression bouts and, like, they come out and bother me, like, I tend to have really hard problems. Like, my own worst enemy is probably my own mind. It sits here dwelling, and, like, I sit here dwelling on shit unintentionally, and it doesn't feel good, to say the least. I feel like I'm basically fighting myself at times. Like, my brain's, like, processing all these shitty and disturbing, or not disturbing, but just shitty thoughts that are going through my head, like, basically my own mind making me feel completely worthless and feeling like I've done nothing, like... It's that kind of shit where you know it isn't really true, but it's like, oh, you're alone, and you're a loner, you don't have any friends, nobody cares about you, that kind of shit that happens when you tend to spend too much time alone. It's an unfortunate problem I have not had a great time dealing with. I struggled, like, part of me was feeling like I didn't know if I had a reason to come on. I don't feel like I get a lot of viewers, and I was really feeling bad earlier. Yeah, I know what that's like. I'm glad I just can at least relate somewhat. It's not a good feeling, to say the least. Your mind sits there shitting on you. You feel like you can't do fucking anything right. It makes your whole fucking day feel like garbage, because as your whole mind just sitting there treating you like dog shit. I need to see the spot I'm looking at so I can determine if I can make this jump safely. I need to go a little bit further, like over here, I think. Let me see. All sorts of problems, like, I know I shouldn't, I have a tendency to dwell on the past sometimes, and past fuck-ups. Like, it's not great. Even though I hate the negativity that I experience, like, it's not entirely unwarranted. It's like, giving myself a lot of crap about, like, not actually being able to meet new people, and feeling like a loner because I never fucking... like, I have trouble keeping friendships because I don't talk to people enough. I end up, like, unintentionally breaking friendships by just, like, not getting back in contact or making phone calls. It's like, I'm really bad about initiating contact again, like, all on my own. If I'm not seeing somebody in person, it happens to a lot of my friendships, and it's how a lot of them have died, unfortunately. It's not a pleasant feeling either. Really a shitty feeling. Also, on top of that, I'm not even happy to say this, but my apartment is probably... Actually, it is, like, kind of messy right now, and it needs some cleaning. I've done some, but I'm not as great about it as I should, and it looks kind of not the greatest, and that's bothering me, and I feel like I keep making excuses for myself not to do it, so after... or today or tomorrow, I'm gonna have to, like, give myself a bit of time to sit down and do it and make myself get up. I'm probably gonna take a day off tomorrow. I think I need to go to the doctor's tomorrow, actually. I've been having really nasty allergy problems that have not gone away, and they've continually just been coming back and bothering me. It feels like complete garbage dealing with it, too. It's been going on for, I don't know how long, but it's been a pain. Everything's still okay? Chat's still working? I can't tell if you're there or not because I haven't seen a message in a little while. Just checking. I think, yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna take a day to myself. I'm gonna see about going to the doctor. I hope they're open. I checked and it says they're online, and or online too, they're like open, and I need to get some allergy medication. I need to get like some nasal spray or something and a shot or something to get this under control. It's been bothering me quite a bit. There's just a lot of shit that oh no, oh no, 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 don't, no, please, no, game. I'm begging you, don't. I fucked up and goddamn walked too close to the ledge. That hurt really badly to fuck up like that. God damn it. Where was I? That distracted me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go get some pills and do something about my allergies, because they're getting really out of control. Okay. Alt. That's fine. I understand. I think YouTube's view counter is kind of glitchy too. It shows the wrong numbers pretty often, that seems like. Or not often, but like there's points where it's hard to tell. Like yesterday, I saw like 3 people watching for a while, but it also was like I didn't get any messages because apparently YouTube like logged me out in the middle of streaming, which is not fun to put up with. Also, I just realized I went the wrong way. I'm gonna have to go back over this way and do this. Some interesting level design. I think it's inspired by Galaxy, because the levels in Galaxy, like, I think one of the Ghost Mansion levels has these little narrow platforms on them that you walk on, and like very similar like visuals. It doesn't really translate very well into Mario 64 though. It's a little too difficult to make jumps like this. You have to be so precise. Oh, god damn it! This is a very difficult level to work with. Whatever though.
Mamma mia!
Man, this ROM hack is a pretty good experience. By the way, this is like a thing I've been wanting to bring up, and this is like a thing that I felt like I was more relevant because of a game I recently played. Do you guys, I gotta ask, do you guys agree about like platforming in like games that are usually not like platformers, like for example, an action game or FPS? Usually those feel like out of place. I've been playing Astral Chain a lot. I finished like the main game and I'm doing post-game stuff, and one of the segments I'm on has like some really annoying platforming on it, and it's not designed like the best, and it feels really slippery and hard to control the platforming. I've gotta say, I've never been a fan of doing platforming on like other games that aren't like catered to it, because usually it doesn't work very well. How do you guys feel on this matter, if you can even comment on it, like if you played any games that do this kind of stuff? I've noticed in Platinum Games, action game stuff, they do this quite a bit, and it's a real pet peeve of mine. It's like, for some reason, even though they come up with a lot of great ideas, they always shove in some shit that feels totally unnecessary and doesn't really add anything to the user experience. And I feel like action games having platforms is like one of those kind of scenarios. It's like, sure, if it's done well, I guess, then not really a big deal, but if you're dying and like losing health just because you're not able to make jumps properly because the game's not designed around it, it gets really annoying really quickly. I don't know. It's just a small complaint I wanted to bring up about games. I don't know if anybody even can relate to that. I just wanted to see if there's anybody who knows what I'm talking about and shares the sentiment or not. I have a lot of pet peeves I have with certain game development issues, but that's like one of the ones that I feel like is a little more prevalent. Not really a big deal though. Hold on a second, need to look where I'm going again. I need that jump to be easy to gauge. Okay, good, managed to make it. Kind of. Yeah, I guess it depends. I mean, if you don't play many different genres, then you won't see it as often, although technically, not even just that, it depends on the game too. I think I appreciate it when a dev can, like, understand their strong points in games and work towards those more than doing experimental shit just for the sake of it. I mean, don't get me wrong, creativity in games is fantastic, but it's not really something I want when it comes at the cost of the game being, like, less high quality because the dev is obsessing over adding one feature to the game. I feel like that's prevalent with some Nintendo titles, like Star Fox Zero. Like, that game is alright, but the motion controls were a little bit ham-fisted at points. They felt like they were unnecessary. Funny, Nintendo started the, like, gyro aiming thing, and I'm sure you guys probably agree with me, but I think gyro aiming in, like, a shooter, especially on the Switch, is, like, a really, really good thing. It's really easy to control, helps you aim better, and yet somehow, like, one of the games they used it on, like, really early is one of the ones that had really bad gyro controls, although technically it'd just be like, well, it's like their second game they did it with technically, because Splatoon did it first, and Splatoon has really good gyro implementation. How do you guys feel about FPS anyway? Do you guys play mostly on console if you play them? You play them on PC? I like to play on PC sometimes. I feel like mouse and keyboard can be really good, but for some reason, I always have trouble like getting a good mouse sensitivity set up. Like, I'm really bad about getting my mouse sensitivity where I want it to when it comes to PC stuff, and I end up like having my aim literally all over the place, and it fucks up the experience, and I can't aim correctly and get my kills in like an FPS because I'm struggling to get my cursor either too quickly over an enemy or too slowly. Oh goodness, I don't know. It's a real headache to deal with, and weirdly with gyro, I don't see that very often. I guess using like twin sticks alone isn't terrible. I'm not really big on playing an FPS and relying on auto-aim. It does make you feel a little better though when you can actually hit the target you're looking at. I'm just thinking right now on some stuff actually. Wasn't there like a new Call of Duty thing that got revealed recently actually? I was like, remember some topics, and like, I think Activision revealed like another, what was it called? Call of Duty Cold War or something? They came up with I think it's like a Call of Duty Black Ops or whatever. I wonder how that's gonna play. I don't think I'm gonna look into it too much, because it's starting to feel like Call of Duty's turned into just a cookie-cutter series that does the same shit all the time, although that's kind of always been how it's been, I guess, so maybe that's a moot point to make. I don't know. I'm not really big on Call of Duty in the first place. You guys ever play the series? Just curious. I played a little bit of it at my brother's before, and I forget if I played the zombie thing. I think it's alright from what I remember. Okay, we need 12 coins. Did I check up here for coins already, or did I not? I have to get up on top to check. How's the volume mixing, by the way? Is it fine? I know this game is... the music is varying in, like certain levels at some point, so if there's, like, any issues I need to lower volume, I can do that. I'm just not certain because I haven't checked it, like, since I did the first few test recordings, and it took a little while to get everything right where I wanted it. Not yet? Yeah, I don't know. From what I've only played one, but from what I've seen, like, apparently Call of Duty is very much like you play one of them, you played all of them, so I've never had an urge to play anymore. I think the current one that's out, Warzone, is like a free-to-play, actually. I think it's like a Battle Royale game. Honestly, I'm surprised they're even trying to, like, work with, like, more of them after making a free-to-play, because it feels like it'd probably end up in a scenario where they wouldn't be able to, like, get as much money from sales after creating a free-to-play game. Maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong aspect, but why bother playing another Call of Duty when you can just buy, or not buy, excuse me, you can just play the free-to-play game and not bother upgrading. Although I guess they're just going to do the same strategy they always do and keep milking the series. Alright, let's save their new star there. And now I've got to get the invisibility cap. Should be easy enough to pull off. Oh man. By the way, here's another topic for a little bit. What are you guys planning on picking up for the rest of the year? Maybe asking for Christmas presents? It still shocks me to think, like, the year's so far in. I've said it before, but, like, it's only because I'm still in, like, disbelief. I guess this year's been kind of crappy. It's felt like it's gone really, really fast, and I'm glad it's, like, nearly over with, because it's been a really lame year, to say the absolute least. Okay, yeah, we're all good. Just gotta push this over. Personally, obviously, I think I already mentioned, I'm getting Mario All-Stars, yeah, like Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I'm getting the new Hyrule Warriors game. Actually, kind of reconsidering whether or not I want to buy Pikmin 3 Deluxe a little bit. I still like Pikmin. In fact, I'd say that I really want to support, like, the series, but there's a lot of games coming out right now, and, like, I feel like I would want to spend my money towards a brand new entry rather than spending it on like game that's being re-released from the Wii U era. just stepped on the Vanish Cap switch. Vanish Cap makes Mario disappear. All the blue blocks you find. Yeah. Okay, got our Vanish Cap. Now we need the star from here. Fucking love the Mario Galaxy music they're putting up here. I'm really digging hearing this music again because Mario Galaxy has that stellar soundtrack. Okay, get the fuck out of here, Booze. I don't have any time to waste on killing you all off. I need that invisibility cap. Gotta be careful here. I'm Light 2, Series X, start Wii. Went for some Motorsport. Cool. I have like a smaller list, but I'm also, I guess because I'm saving money, that doesn't really help any, because I have to make sure I can afford my game, or no, if I say afford my games, that's not technically what I was going to say. I meant to say, need to make sure I can afford to get stuff like a dog later, like I was hoping to. I've had my eyes on like a certain particular species for a little bit. I want to get a... Oh shit, no, fuck! Oh, lovely, he fucking grabbed me and just fucking yeeted me straight out the level. Now I gotta go back here and then get back to where I was at. That's gonna take a little bit too. Whatever though, at least I got the coin star first. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I'm gonna be buying a dog soon, like I said. I don't know exactly when. I think I'm going to save up quite a bit. I've been looking at the prices for like a Shiba, and I want to get one of those, but I'm not sure or like how easy it is to like get one and take care of it. Also, affordability. It's not just be me. Whenever I look online, a lot of dogs cost a lot of money. I get that they're like there's a lot of trouble in breeding them, but like I looked at the prices for the Shiba, and apparently they're supposed to be like around 1,000 or up, and they originally didn't cost that much. And I went to check prices again like a little bit later on, a day or two, because I just wanted to check all the things really carefully, looking at a certain dog if I want to save my money towards spending. And then I started seeing more that were like $2,000, $3,000. It's like that's a lot of money to ask for a dog, especially when the average asking price is like only around, what was it? I think it was supposed to be like 1,000, and people are putting up these higher and higher prices. I'm gonna have to be really careful about like how I'm gonna do this. By the way, I don't know if anybody here can actually help with this or not, but like, are there any important things to keep in mind when buying a dog, like, for the first time? Because I've had pet dogs, but I've only ever really... Actually, I haven't had any dogs that I bought myself and raised alone yet, so this is like a first for me, getting a dog where nobody's helping me. And, why is it not... Is it the other side? Okay, whatever, we're gonna go in here and get the Vanish Cap really quick, rather than waste time. From what I've seen, apparently it's a good idea to, like, get some medical... or get money reserved for medical stuff, because vets ask for, like, a lot for paying for treatment for dogs, which is... that's not great to think about, having to worry about how much money it's going to cost, even though I would want to keep them to be like... I would want to keep them healthy, obviously. Get a chew toy? Yeah, I might do that. I'm at the... One thing I'm a little worried about is, like, collars. I'm not super worried, but I'm also not the best at judging, like, when it's time to get a new one, because dogs grow pretty quickly, and worrying about, like, a collar that'll fit. I don't know if there's, like, an easy way to judge when you need to buy a new collar. I'm sure I'm gonna need, like at least one or two to start off, because it's a very big dog species, and obviously, like, since I live in an apartment, I have to take it out every day, like, down my staircase to go make sure it uses the bathroom. That's gonna be a tough bit, I bet. I've never had to go through the process of potty training a dog, which means that could be quite a problem. Oh fuck, oh fuck. Okay, thank God, that was close. I need to get rid of this fucking Shuckya before I continue. Oh man. I've gotta say, There's one thing I don't like a whole lot about dogs, and it's just part of like living with them when they're younger, I guess. But seems they like little puppies are fucking destructive. Get into everything and chew up all they find. I'm really a little concerned about that when I get a puppy. I guess I'm gonna have to start putting my stuff up really carefully. I get the impression if I'm not, I'll end up coming home from grocery shopping or go into my living room and then not even my living room, just go around house and then find that my dog decided to chew up a game case lying around. Oh man. By the way, here's a fun question, even bringing out the most fun. What's the weirdest thing you've caught your dog, like, chewing on before? I'm not sure entirely myself, but one of our dogs, one of the wiener dogs I talked about, first one, she had this weird thing where she would eat paper a lot, and I mean a lot. If there was anything lying around on the ground, this dog would take the paper in her mouth and just keep chomping on it and eating it until it was like practically gone. So you had to leave anything actually important off the ground. This is a bit of a nightmare trying to make sure nothing got left out of place so she didn't like tear it up. Huh. I figure most people have some experience of seeing their dogs tear shit up that's like, just makes you wonder what the hell they're even doing. Did I already tell you guys about the time where I, like, saw a Reddit post and there was some guy who posted, like, a picture of his Switch, and the thing that happened to it was, like, his dog had started chewing on his Switch, and there were, like, a bunch of teeth, or not even a Switch, it was, like, his dock or something. They chewed up the dock and there were, like, teeth marks all over it, and, like, parts of it were, like, it's completely torn up because the dog had been messing with it. You could see, like, a bunch of shit that had just been destroyed. That would be something I would be really pissed off about. I'd probably find a way to handle it without being too harsh on the dog, but, like, I would not be happy to come home and then see my Switch dock has been fucking chewed to pieces. That dog would be getting a piece of my mind, probably. Oh my gosh. I still love dogs, even if they do some really stupid shit. Oh, goodness. Seriously, the best animals. I don't feel like... Sometimes it makes me wonder, like, do we even deserve animals that give us so much love and compassion, and we do, like, the bare minimum besides just feeding them and petting them. But I'm glad we've got dogs. At least one animal out there really likes us a lot. By the way, okay, here's a new topic I want to talk about for a little bit. I just figured this would be a fun segue. What are your guys' favorite channels to watch for, like, say, like, documentaries and stuff, like say, like, animal documentaries, science fiction, whatever, just that kind of stuff? Okay, there's apparently a secret here, I would assume, because there's invisibility, but nothing is working when I do that, so, is it possible there's a thing in the other part of the room I haven't stumbled on? I don't see anything, but, that's odd. I have an invisible cap in here. There's gotta be something, surely. Let me look around a little bit. You don't watch them? That's interesting. I watch them sometimes. It's only when I'm bored, though, pretty much, and it's, like, it's very specific stuff, like animal documentaries, or stuff based on history sometimes, or, like, those, like, what are they from? I think NBC or whatever. There's, like, they do documents where they detail, like, crimes, like murder cases, and also, like, kidnappings and shit. Those are both unnerving and a little creepy, but they're also really good watches that are pretty interesting, actually. Those are good. I would say fun, but I don't think fun's the right word to describe those. It's just interesting to see, like, how these investigations go down. It does make you a little disturbed seeing these fucking criminals do all this creepy shit, and not even have like the slightest hint of remorse over shit they do. You guys ever watch the X-Files, actually, while we're on the topic of documentaries? I don't really care for it a whole lot. I've watched like a little bit of it, but I always like seeing some stuff like that where they talk a little bit on these different weird, strange phenomena that are going on around the world, and they're like talking about like stuff relating to possible alien sightings, and there's like a whole bunch of different episodes about all these different things that happened. X-Files seems really good. I've only watched it like so much, but I'd like to actually sit down and properly watch it at some point and see like a whole bunch of the episodes. I think it ended like sometime not too long ago, and I think they may have revived it, I don't know. It's been a while since I saw much of it at all. Let's see. Oh, here's another good one to talk about in terms of documentaries. You guys ever like to watch The Animal Planet very much? Alright, never mind then. You gotta go. I'll still continue the topic, but I'm gonna... goodbye later, man. Sucks you can't hang out any longer, but thanks for dropping by, C's. I appreciate it. I'll be on for a while for anybody else who's dropping by to watch, so feel free to come in and hang out for a little bit. I'm gonna go on until about 2 hours or so, and then after that I need to probably start focusing on doing other shit. Of course, I fucking fall in the weird quicksand swamp thing.
Mamma mia!
Later, Cease. Thanks for coming by, though, and have a good night. God, there's so many good documentaries I remember, even if I didn't watch them all, like, over, like, different topics. Namely, animal ones are pretty good. One show I remember hearing about that I didn't see, like, a lot of and thought was neat was that Meerkat Manor thing. That was very, very interesting to watch, just seeing a bunch of animals in their natural habitat while somebody, like, films them and shows, like, all the inner workings of how their, like, hierarchy works. I love seeing that kind of stuff. I don't know why. Something about watching and seeing how animals, like, structure their own society is just fascinating, though. Seeing, like, how different it is from how we live. Oh, shit. God damn it. Whatever. I mean, it's not a big deal. I think I saved all the stuff I already got, but it would have been nice if I didn't have to do this. Or have to go through the death world to get back to where I was at. I like how this is done, even though it's a weird feature and maybe a little creepy in a way. Programmed a little death world when you die that you go through, and then you can work your way back into the actual game again. I don't know if I like it more or less than a proper game over. The biggest problem with that little feature is waste some time you could otherwise be spending moving on into the game again and getting into another level. I love when devs put in, like, extra interactive stuff like that, though. There's something really cool about seeing a dev add in, like, little extra goodies and touch-ups just because they wanted to make their game a little more special, so even if it can be a little bit of a pain to get around that death world and just go back in because it wastes another minute or two, it's still far more unique than most games just tossing out a game over screen. Come to think of it, I feel like game overs are something you don't really see in games anymore. Like, nowadays people don't really like lives in games, and most devs don't put them in games. Feels like I barely see them in games. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, I might have brought this topic up on a previous stream, I don't remember though, but like one channel I remember watching really well, this relates to the documentary thing. I think it's on the science fiction channel or something. There was this really crazy and really neat documentary that was up on the Sci-Fi channel though, and they were talking about like certain particular mythological creature. I'm sure you guys all know about dragons. There was a really neat like documentary they were going on about where they were talking about like possibility of dragons actually being real at some point, which I have a feeling it's probably not the case, but like they went on about like this topic for a while, and they brought up like some interesting stuff, like certain bone structures of like dead animals and like all these neat little things that are like out there, and these reports from history that like suggest that maybe there's something either like the dragon or maybe the dragon itself actually weren't completely just myth-based. Maybe the dragon had like an actual basis on something real. Like there were like bone structures that somewhat fit like the depiction of what a dragon looks like. It was the weirdest thing I'd ever watched, and yet also one of the coolest things. I think they found like something in a cave or something. For all we know, it could have been like dinosaur bones or something instead of actually something to support being a dragon. But out of all the like mythological creatures, I think the dragon is probably one of the coolest ones. Like, there's a lot of weird creatures out there, and just the idea behind the dragon is like so much better and more believable than like most of the creatures and myths. Some of them are neat and interesting, but I feel like a lot of them don't sound like they'd fit in with like wildlife on the planet. And then you come along to the dragon, and the dragon sounds like it would be like a really like a possible real creature that's like just very, very rare and hard to come by, and as it's just not cited very much is what I would say if it was like that. But yeah, I don't imagine they actually are real, but just the idea, like thinking about this stuff is great. Honestly, something about like listening to like old folklore or listening to like fairy tales, something about like hearing like these historical recordings or stories people make, like it's really cool to like hear all this different stuff and see like what people talk about. Like even if some of it's just made up, it like gets your mind going and gives you something fun to think about that's a little different than the norm. I could probably talk about like that kind of stuff for a while. There's some good shit. Also, while we're on this exact same topic, like next month Halloween will be here after like actually the 31st, yeah, obviously. My brother's birthday is then. But yeah, like probably gonna be a lot of interesting things going on next month in terms of like how channels always do like movie nights and stuff on Halloween. I actually can't wait to like just flip through and see what kind of cool stuff pops up either over the internet. Maybe I'll consider getting a subscription service because I've been thinking about it for a while. But yeah, I'm looking forward to looking into that stuff, and those are also some fun stories to look into, even though a lot more creepy. Horror stories are usually really, really fleshed out, and a good horror story will really get you like enjoying it really quickly. Even though I know not many people are necessarily into horror, I know there's some that like it a lot, and it's like a big thing on YouTube. Like, I will say, they're really fun to read about, and usually fun to like watch people's interpretations of them. Also, creepypastas are a fun topic I want to talk about a little bit. I'll wait a second though. Let's read this. Too bad I couldn't stop by to talk to you in person, Mario. I was busy taking over the Mushroom Kingdom to deal with pests like you. Instead, why don't you meet my precious piranha plants? Just be warned, they have quite an appetite for pesky plumbers. Bwahaha. Yeah, whatever. I like how they did a different theme for, like, a first really big boss fight. It's not what you'd expect. Instead, it's Bowser putting his piranha plants up to fight you. So I need to check my audio. I really do apologize, the music's, like, too loud. I just need to check and make sure it's where I'd set it in case it's getting very loud. If there's problems and you guys can't hear my voice, let me know and I'll fix it. I don't know if it's actually having any problems or not, though. Let's see. Okay, over here, I guess. We'll do this one next. This is an easy one to take care of. Oh yeah, something interesting. I forget what spurred this on. Is this like a thing I thought of? But like, I saw an interesting video about like a guy who does Smash-ish videos. Like he talks about like I'm saying rumors and like leaks and stuff. guy being, I think his name is like Papa Genos is like his username. He made like a really interesting video about like Super Mario 3D Worlds. Excuse me, that distracted me when I fucking fell in the quicksand area and died because I was trying my best to make sure I could reach him. I think I'm gonna have to save that one for last because just getting in the right. Well, wait, I might go a long jump off. I don't know. I'll try that before I settle for it last. I wish this area wasn't filled with like so much insta-death and not the easiest platforming. It makes it really scary to try and stay alive in it. Anyway, like I was saying, guy's named Papa Genos, I think, made a neat little video about like 3D World and Bowser's Fury and basically suggesting like Fawful from the Mario and Luigi RPG series could have like a big role in the games. It's all obviously just like theory crafting and a little bit of like some neat observations, and like it's obviously just somebody messing around like speculating a little bit, but I liked the video a lot. Like there were a lot of connections made between like Mario and Luigi, like Fury being like a big part of Waffle's catchphrase and whatnot, which is really, really interesting. They would pick that word or didn't use for the title when it's been consistently used for this character's like catchphrases. Also, on top of this, let's see, what was it? I think it's like, well, this guy's catchphrase had the word Fury in them a lot. There's a lot of black around this and like spikiness, which correlates to certain bit about this character, at least in one of the games. Yeah, like he gets infected by something, technically, and ends up having like a black and spiky aura to him. I think the thing is like called Dark Star. This is from like Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, and like the appearance of like the black stuff around the Bowser's Fury logo looks really similar to how like that appearance was. Not completely, but people were speculating maybe that logo was meant to be like similar to how Fawful's appearance was, and correlating the word Fury to Fawful as well, like two things that really added up in favor of this potentially being true. And there was something else too. I think the other supporting piece of evidence they threw out there was like the fact that Bowser's Fury is a weird name and makes it sound like Bowser's playable. Like I think they said like very possible because of that the Bowser wouldn't be like the villain of the little extra expansion they're including, and instead maybe have somebody else to do it. Okay, that was close. Yeah, that makes sense. Somebody else would have to take over the role that Bowser's occupying if he's not the main villain in this story. Fawful would be a pretty interesting fit, and be a cool way to see Nintendo pay back Alpha Dream for all their fantastic games and years of service. Shame they didn't really keep them afloat, though, when they needed the funds, because Alpha Dream was a fucking amazingly good company. Made some awesome games. It sucks to know Nintendo is, like, doesn't keep at the closest tabs like all their partners they work on. It hurts to see a good company like just go down. And this is a big subsidiary of Nintendo, for God's sake, or maybe not subsidiary, but they were close since they let them work on Mario games. Right, there we go. First key. Oh man, I have to play the RPGs again at some point. More the ones I haven't played, obviously, since I did Paper Mario, but also need to play like all the Mario and Luigi series over time, and also Thousand Year Door. It's a lot I'd like to go over. Also, the characters in the games are fantastic, so love to show you guys like what I love about those games so much. Be careful my jumps. I hate doing like tight platforming segments like this. They're not very fun. Ooh, come on, be careful here. Sorry, I'm like a little bit focused on trying to be extra careful since trying not to die. Okay, good. By the way, how do I feel about the whole situation with the Switch being like a... That's weird. I don't know why they did that, but when you got the star, you still get a key animation, even though I didn't get the key that attempt. I guess they didn't want to reanimate it. Anyway, I don't want to feel about the whole Switch system, and the Switch thing with, like, the Switch being filled with, like, different ports from prior games. I don't mind them completely, but I've got to say, this year in particular has been not the most exciting. It's just been port after port after port, and then a few new games in between. Like, we've gotten, let's see, what is it? Mario 3D World's coming next year, Pikmin 3's coming soon. There's that Tokyo Mirage Sessions thing that got released. Been a few remakes. It's been mostly older games this year. The disaster. Ever since the huge Wiggler showed up, he's been raiding around, eating everything. There's barely a tree left. Hey, if you have any experience tracking down giant treating Wigglers, well, sure would be appreciated. Alright, yeah, let's go for dealing with that. Fuck yeah, Yoshi's Island music. Glad to hear this music again. Good stuff. Nintendo really does a great job with their soundtracks. Okay, there's one thing I haven't seen this one area in Nintendo I find hard to criticize. They always make their music fantastic. Let's see, I was thinking on that thing I mentioned, and though, I wonder how many releases there are from Nintendo alone. Clubhouse isn't technically, I guess. Clubhouse is pretty good, actually. Need to play that again on stream, just having not the best amount of time to actually dedicate to it. Alright, I'll take care of the boss before I do the coin star, since it's literally just right here. Hey, that hurt! Any trees I like, there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, whatever, buddy. Oh shit, he's a lot faster than he is normally. Oh, I like this. I remember this in the original. Getting angry and he's making more dialogue as I hit him. Stop it! I'll make you stop. Right, I remember this about Wigglers. Forget the dialogue and like the original was quite like this. My head is starting to really hurt now. And did you take the shiny thing for me? Huge evidence I found it. That is weird. Whatever. We got our star. You know, in the port scenario, I'm not sure how I'd feel about 3D All-Stars. I'm gonna buy it, obviously. And it's good that people can experience these games for the first time, but I still feel like they really fucking went overkill with the amount of ports that have been going on the Switch. I mean, in recent years, it's certainly been less of a problem. Or it's been quite a problem overall, but not like a huge problem. Just the Wii U's barely got any library left. Thanks for dealing with that huge brute. Looks like some of the trees have even started growing back. Right, okay. Now I can actually focus on whatever else is here shining down from the tree tops. Okay, I'll try to figure out what that means after I get the coin star that I want to get first. I wonder how the Wii U is going to even be remembered now. Like, it's not like it's a bad console. It was alright, but like, there's not really much left to the Wii U name-wise anymore. All the really big noteworthy titles are getting ported over to Switch one by one. Like, we went from only having a few to having nearly the entire catalog. I can think of maybe 3 games off the top of my head that would be good for porting, and that's thinking on it quite a bit. Gee, that star must be pretty powerful to ordinary Wiggler. Yeah, I guess that's some interesting dialogue you got there. Gee, it sure is boring around here. I don't know why I thought to connect that to CDI link. Right, like I was saying. It's... Actually, the Wii U is, in general, now that I think about it, that's a really sad and tragic thing to think about. Wii U's got so little going for it now. It was already, like, not a great seller, but now the system's big exclusives that people really liked for it are all gone. At the same time, I'm kind of glad, because I don't really care to boot mine up again, but it feels weird knowing, like, a few years ago, I was like, really into the Wii U, and giving it my all and giving my support to it, and now I don't want to play it as much, but I still don't feel like it deserves to have its legacy just ripped from it like this. Like, it seems like Nintendo is desperate to distance their name from the Wii U. Maybe it's just me. Like, there's... all the games on it are pretty much no longer a big deal. I don't know. Just thought I would bring that up. They won't be able to take Nintendo Land without some major overhauls, but still. Tragic how little it sold, actually. Like, I think it's just like a mere, like, 13 million or something, and that might sound big, but compared to Nintendo's other consoles, it's pretty damn pitiful. It is good they managed to switch, like, things up, though, and change their sales to being, like, extremely successful compared to the Wii U era. You know, this is a strange thing to say, but I wonder what exactly would be different right now if the Wii U had actually sold well. Let's see. So you're looking for Power Stars again. And Mario... Wait, does that say Mario's? I can't even tell. I guess this says Mario. It looks weird. Oh, it's a question mark and it's cut off. Well, I know about that one that used to be at the bottom of the lake. Been so long that the giant tree had... It seems to have absorbed it. Who knows if anyone will ever see it again. Right, probably a hint about collecting it. Honestly, though, come to think of it, it might be better that the Wii U didn't succeed, because even though it's a good console, the naming and the marketing also just, like, their strategy was really bad. They tried to hook people with a bunch of ports from third-party systems. It feels like Nintendo didn't know what the hell they were doing with it and just tossed everything in hopes that it would stick after it failed. I guess if there's one, like, bright side to think about all this like, talk about, like, the Wii U being a failure, it's like, it's got a very, very unique console concept, and I'm sure that's going to be remembered for years to come by people who've owned one, and even people who haven't will remember the tablet on it, or the gamepad. I don't know why I called it tablet. I guess it kind of looks like it to an extent. I'm sorry my topics right now are not the most entertaining. I didn't really do my normal thing of sticking together a list because I felt like I was having trouble getting myself to get up and stream it all today, like I said earlier, so yeah, been basically me rambling a little bit, more than I've been intending to, so yeah. Wait, what does that even do? It's supposed to, like, flatten the ground or something? Doesn't look like it. Let's see, yeah, maybe that's related to the lily pad, actually. Let's see what happens when I go towards that lily pad. Oh, ow! Okay, yeah, that's how you reach the star. I'd messed around a little bit while I was playing last night, trying to figure stuff out, and I had noticed that that's a hard jump to make, where it doesn't seem like it's doable. That explains how that works. You know, there's a lot of old consoles I'd like to check out. I'm just thinking on, like, a different topic for a little bit. I guess this is kind of related to what I was saying earlier, but, like, I'd love to do some streams of some older stuff. Unfortunately, most of the stuff I would want is really goddamn pricey. Maybe an emulation stream would be best. Like, I want to check out some of those titles, like on the Angry Video Game Nerd or some stuff like that. Check out some stuff where really old consoles. They're fun to talk about, to see, like, what all people came up with. I don't know if I could ever justify buying an Atari for one, though. Atari seems like it's as good as it probably was back in the day. Those games are kind of primitive by today's standards and probably wouldn't hold up as well as they did back in the past. It's impressive to me that people were actually satisfied playing games with just a joystick, actually. Not like it's a bad thing, just... You'd think using a joystick alone would be very difficult for control purposes. Okay, good, we got 52. I think I've already said it before, it doesn't hurt to say this again, but like, one thing I've been wanting to get in and check out is like a old Sega console. What? Okay, sure game, fucking just ambush me with a Chuckya that I was not going to know was around that corner until I'd already made that fuck up. Lovely. I mean, whatever. It just sucks that I lost out on a bunch of blue coins because that fucker ambushed me. I think there's like a Sega Genesis Classic or something. I wonder how much those are going for. I think they were like $60 to $80 originally. I'd have to look online. Maybe I should look into that and play one of those on stream at some point. Oh my god! Okay, I guess I have to like angle my way around the tree so that I don't get grabbed immediately. By the way, for anybody who is listening, if nobody is, that's okay, but like, how do you guys feel about those old retro classic consoles that are out there? You guys like them? Don't like them? Just like the ones that are like NES Classic that have like a bunch of games bundled together from the system, like a bunch of legacy titles. I need to check my chat when I get a chance, actually. Let me get up here first, though. Yeah, there we go, that'll be good. Or it would be good if the fucking camera would cooperate better. Okay, that's much better. Like I was saying. Yeah. Oh, should give me just a second. I can't see what I'm fucking doing. I want to talk, but I'm also getting frustrated looking at the game right now, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with this camera. Wow, this tree is a real pain in the ass to scale. Like, every fucking angle of it's either slippery or there's something here to make it irritating. Like, the mushroom you have to sit there and wait on. Chuckya ambushes you, and there's spinies being tossed around everywhere, too. Lovely. Seems like Nintendo like made a big trend, actually, when they got that whole classic console thing going around. Considering Sony did a PlayStation 1 classic at a certain point, I'm surprised there's not been like a PS2 classic by now, and probably the same with like N64 and GBA or Game Boy. Are you serious right now? This fucker's just going to wait on me to go into his hands? What is this fucking level design? Where the enemy camps the fucking like progression up the map, or that's the tree, excuse me. Why would you design the section where you literally have to jump around this asshole in order to get like further in the level? Oh, I'm sorry, my allergies just suddenly erupted into a nasty barrage of sneezing. I'm gonna send a test message in a second or two. I need to check and make sure chat's still working. I haven't seen any messages in some time. I'm gonna get back up on the mushroom first, though. There we go. Let's see. Test. Okay, seems like it's good. I'll reload really quick and just be careful to make sure everything's good, but let me see. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna send one more. Alright, cool. Just making certain if everything worked or not. Apologies about that. I have to do this as most streams just to make sure there's no problems. I hate that I do, but I feel like it's a necessary thing to make sure my game is working right. Is that the Chuckya clipping through the fucking wall, trying to grab me? That's really something. Okay. Alternative pathway, it seems. Oh, I see. So you can do this instead, and you can get around it. Did he get stuck in the fucking wall? Okay, that'll work. here, this asshole here, he's fucking causing me all sorts of problems. Or is this? Might be a different one, actually. Yeah, I think it is. Whatever. Doesn't matter. God, I kind of miss these, like, older Mario designs a little bit. They're weird and somewhat creative and cool. Chuckya is such a weird concept. Actually, there's probably a lot of older Mario enemies in games like this that are just forgotten about. Seems like a lot of Mario 2 enemies were considered just disposable and gotten rid of after that game. Same with some of these guys. Can I climb those vines? I wonder, when I tried it didn't let me, but I'm wondering if maybe there's a possible way to, like, get on the vine like I want. Fuck no! Is that a respawn or a different one? I can't tell. So, I'll probably bring this topic up again just in case when I'm doing another stream, but like, what are your guys' favorite Mario races out of all the things you've seen, like different enemies you've seen? I'm trying to think like what's my absolute favorite. I think Shy Guy is a pretty good one, and I like those guys a lot. They're fun enemy in my opinion. Their personality feels really fleshed out and like even just in a normal environment and not just in like a game like Yoshi's Island. I love seeing them get character development too. Fuck, I can't see! This is some fucking asshole design on the chuck. You fucking come too close, get chucked. Go around the wrong way, you can't even reach him, and he's blocking off coins. Wait a second, what is... Does this guy have a dialogue thing on him? It's still weird, like, seeing red bob-ombs and trying to... like, seeing red bob-ombs is friendly, and then you look at these guys that are normally hostile, and they're... This one's just friendly. Which again? Okay, I saw that before, I was just checking, I didn't remember. Whatever. Shy Guys are good. I think it's one thing I liked about, like, stuff like Paper Mario originally. Like, the freedom that the team had to create stuff was really good. It sucks that Nintendo took that away from them. I feel like creative Paper Mario that has, like, a lot of stuff in it would have been really welcomed. But hey, whatever. Interesting. How the hell do you use that if it just drops you? Huh. What a weird mechanic. It's not even used very well. Like, you just grab the vine and fall off. Alright, whatever. Let's try and get up again. Is this related to how I get up the thing? Okay, that's interesting. So, you have to be facing, like, the middle of the fucking vine to do anything. I wonder why. I'm gonna give it a little more before I say fuck it and go to another level. I'm sorry if I've wasted a lot of time not making any progress, and hope that conversation topics have been at least somewhat entertaining. Speaking of, like... Well, actually, I was saying, speaking of like, sales stuff, and I talked about that, but I'm gonna wait a second. It was like a thing I saw on Reddit earlier. There was a post about Switch sales that I thought was nice to see. About the Switch selling really well, actually. It's a lot of tight platforming here. Okay, I guess I'll talk about it. Yeah, there was a thing with the Switch earlier, or like on Reddit, I saw a post where somebody was about how Switch has actually got the best sales, like the best August sales, I guess it was. I don't remember, like, they had a big sale data thing about, like, best-selling consoles in August, and Switch was like right up there in terms of like consoles being sold. It even passed the Wii, I think. It's like the best selling console of that time period. Weird to see like a thing where it's focused on a specific month, but I guess it's a victory for Nintendo with the Switch, honestly. Even though I never really liked the Wii, I can say I had some pretty fond memories of it. There were some good games that I enjoyed on that system a lot. I wonder if I could even get all the blue coins I want, or if it's not possible. Not blue coins, get the 100 coins, not that Chuck you fucked me over. Also, while we're on that topic, Switch has been selling really good. I mean, been that way for quite some time, but like, impressive how, compared to like their last console, that they've sold so much. They went from having the Wii U where everything was going wrong to the Switch where everything feels like they're doing it mostly right. There's still problems because Nintendo is Nintendo and they want to make things difficult at certain points for no reason, like their online has to be through a fucking phone app. Also, their online cost is kind of, like, I don't really mind it since it's only 20, but it's also not very good online. It's literally the same games we played for free on other consoles, or game series, and for kind of lesser online, honestly. Whatever. I don't remember if I mentioned this or not. I think I did. I'm gonna bring this up anyway. You guys ever seen that thing, like, I want to say it was like a good couple of months ago, or maybe even a year ago, where there's like a thing from Nintendo, specifically a thing where like Nintendo and some business partners met up or something, and like they were talking about online infrastructure, and they said they didn't want to do like online the way that they suggested because they didn't want to be similar to Microsoft's and Sony's. That's infuriating to like read about. It's not a big deal, but like, it's like, why are you choosing to willfully make your online not that great just because the fact you don't want to be similar to Sony and Microsoft? It's like, are you really that obsessed with being original in everything, Nintendo? I'll say it now, and I've said it before, like, I genuinely think one of Nintendo's weakest issues they've got is, or maybe strongest issues, I guess, I don't know how to word this properly, but yeah, like, their big problem is they're obsessed with fucking innovating every single thing, and it gets annoying really quickly. It's like, I don't need everything I buy to be innovative. You don't have to do every console to gimmick to it. It's fine to release a new console that has, like, better specs. Although, I would prefer the hybrid thing stays around, so if they have to sacrifice specs for this, then yeah, I'm all down for it. Hi there, welcome to stream. Also, no, this isn't a speedrun. I'm not nearly talented enough to do a speedrun of this. Where was I on my talking again? Speaking of, like, the consoles and, like, how they're selling, actually, since I brought the topic up a little bit ago, I wonder how they're, like, Switch and it's going to stack up to PS5 and Xbox Series X in terms of its sales data. I have a feeling it might be a little bit worse once those two come out. Okay, I guess that way doesn't lead anywhere. I've been stuck on this level longer than I wanted because of the fucking chuckas that kept bothering me and tossing me off, but making some problems. Like, the level's a little slippery. Fun game, just very, very much got some rough platforming. You know, and on the terms of speedruns, I've always wanted to speedrun something. I'm not good at, like, actually speedrunning, though. I've tried. I end up screwing things up. I've tried with at least 1 or 2 games. I think I've done, not a proper, but like a 9-day run of Pikmin 3, where I had to, like, do everything very carefully, very quickly with, like, glitches. It was a fun time learning that and experiencing how all that stuff worked out. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, I tried to do that. I'm really bad at learning glitches, like I said. Also, there's the matter that, on top of that, I've done New Super Mario Bros. U as a speedrun attempt, I think, when it comes to that stuff. I remember trying it multiple times and couldn't get a time I was satisfied. It seems like it's difficult to plot out your course. That's one thing that's interesting and not very easy to work around in speedrunning. You gotta be ready for any obstacles that come about. It's not easy to just go and say, oh, I'm gonna speedrun this game and make everything work perfectly. It's like, yeah, that's not gonna be an easy thing. Speedrunning takes a lot of time and a lot of practice. Seriously is still one of my favorite aspects of gaming, though. I enjoyed seeing people, like, teach me things I've never knew about games that I've played. Like, for example, that fucking thing with Ocarina of Time, where you can do, like, a warp from the beginning of the game and you can go straight to the end. That's an impressive and interesting glitch, and I'm not sure when that was discovered, actually. That's still a little mind-blowing, even though it's not completely... Actually, as it says, it's really mind-blowing. I don't know if it's completely out of the normal, but, like, it's weird seeing somebody play a game that's, like, 20 years old and then they find, like, a new speedrun for it. I'm just gonna collect the star. I already screwed up on that. Chuckya decided that he's gonna toss me off and I couldn't get enough blue coins, so... that way I can get some more blue coins. Am I playing this game on? It's on... I'm playing it on emulator because the fact that it's just more convenient, and also the fact that it's a ROM hack. I think this is compatible with the N64, though. I think you can actually set this up to play on real hardware, but I'm not really an expert when it comes to doing that kind of stuff, so probably wouldn't attempt that anytime soon. Although the idea of playing a ROM hack on a like, actual console is very, very appealing sounding for whatever reason. It's a very, very good ROM hack, though. I've been enjoying it. It still impresses me a little bit that people like Simple Flips can, like, sit here and play, like, the same game, and I guess in his case, at least, like, Simple Flips has got it made for him. He's got, like, a bunch of people submitting levels to him that he can play. Not really levels, submitting different ROM hacks. I mean, hell, his videos are pretty good, and even though it's not, like, all his own content, like I said, people make him mods, but, like, he did, like, a thing, I don't know what you'd call it, if it's a game jam type thing or what, but, like, there was a thing recently I liked, it's on his Twitch, where he had, like, a competition for Mario ROM hacks, and it was somebody doing, like, or this basically, like, doing Zelda-themed Mario 64 hacks, and it was really, really neat, actually. I love seeing what people can do when they make stuff on either game jams or just whatever, like, give people a theme, see what kind of crazy stuff they can come up with. Game jams as a whole are fascinating to me. The idea that you have to, like, run under a deadline and then try to develop a game in, like, 2 to 3 days, or maybe some cases it's like a week or two, but I love seeing what people can come up with during, like, a short amount of time like that. I don't have any proper experience making a game. I've never really tried because I usually end up not getting very far. Always wanted to, though. Maybe one day. I know there's a lot of beginner-friendly software out there. That's been a thing I've been contemplating for, like, a stream, actually, for some time. Playing, like, through... Not playing through, but playing on... Game Maker or something, I don't know, just a software like that, and sit around working with assets, trying to figure things out, and maybe, if I have trouble, get a little help from anybody in chat who might have, like, foresight on how Game Maker works. That's a beautiful thing about the game industry that's changed over the years. Like, used to be really hard to make games, and it still is, but like, now people can make their passion projects so much easier, and frankly, it's great seeing like all these indie games surge up, and a good chunk of them are great. Only problem that comes alongside that is there's also people who make fucking asset flips to sell on Steam for like anywhere from like $2 to $5, and people eat that shit up just to play a stupid shitty game. I mean, I don't really mind it, it's just that I don't know if it's a good idea to give those kind of people who are making intentionally bad games more money to work with. Oh man. You know, actually, I talked about this like it's a new thing, but really when you look at it like history, we really had a lot of companies that just didn't put any effort into their games, didn't we? Like, LJN was infamous on the NES, and they made like a whole bunch of shitty shovelware. And then there's like, well, actually, I don't know, LJN was also on SNES, maybe, I don't remember. Only viewer, maybe, I don't know. It's hard to tell with YouTube, sometimes the counter glitches out, but I appreciate people hanging out the chat. It can be rough being a streamer sometimes, especially when nobody's around and have to like talk all on your own and try to check for topics. There's also problems like chat rooms, at least on YouTube, breaking every now and then, and it makes it really awkward to try and figure out if there's like just silence in the chat or actually the fact that it's broken and I have to reload the page. By the way, for anybody who's buying 3D All-Stars... Oh shit, I didn't even think about what I was doing here. I should have, like... Oh god. I guess I'm gonna exit the course and come back in the level. Like, okay, I guess I have to land on the ground because I need those blue coins to get a whole 100 coins here. Lovely. I didn't actually stop to think about the fact that I could get chucked off. I was so busy grabbing shit. We'll just go in and get the blue coins after we get rid of those guys immediately. Anyway, like I was saying, you guys are picking up the 3D All-Stars collection. What game are you guys going to be playing first? And I'm curious, like, why, or what's your favorite out of the collection? Personally, for me, since I'm not streaming it right away, even though I'm going to stream it, I'm gonna go for playing probably Super Mario Galaxy or Sunshine first. I haven't made my mind up. I'm gonna probably do Galaxy because I've been craving a replay of it, actually. Come to think of it, like, in general, Galaxy is one hell of an amazing game, and the fact that it got a sequel, like, 2 years after it, it shows Nintendo really had a lot of neat stuff in mind. Although I've heard that apparently Galaxy 2 had some interesting development problems where apparently Shigeru Miyamoto was like insisting that the team behind Galaxy make a second game, and all of the team was apparently a little exhausted with making Galaxy 2, so they had to like make a compromise before it became like making it where it was a similar concept and not the same game. Or the same game, see, it's a full-on sequel, I meant to say. Play Super Mario 64 first if you get it. Yeah, it's a good game. It's an old game, though, so it's not aged the absolute best, but it's still a classic, I'd say. It's still a good game. People give it a lot of flack. I personally feel like, in terms of how they're handling this, though, they could have probably put in a little more effort for the collection. It's just really weird to see, like, the original Mario All-Stars and then this, and then compare, like, how 3D All-Stars has, like, so much less content. Not less content, but excuse me, so much less, like, what's the right word? Oh yeah, so much less effort it looks like put into it. It looks like they took, like, the bare minimum route and put the games in it, but they didn't do a lot. They touched up on each of the games a little bit, but Mario All-Stars, like on SNES, actually remade all the games and that art style for the SNES, so there's more effort that was put in there overall. Either way, though, I'm happy to have this collection. It's a bummer, though, when I see this and then I have to compare it to, like, Spyro or Crash Bandicoot, which both have a lot of games in their collections and arguably had better collections. Oh boy. I have to go around this motherfucker to grab him, and okay, this is some interesting shenanigans the game's trying to pull. I can't just immediately pass him. How the hell am I intended to deal with this problem? He's in a spot where he can't be grabbed. Wow, this enemy is some fucking real bullshit here. Wanna get by? Nope. Fucking get yeeted because the enemy literally faces the fucking area you're trying to go and sits there blocking you. Ugh. You know, oh shit, what did my camera break for a second? It was like stuck on a tree. I think it's okay now. It was acting really funny though. By the way, out of all the existing 3D Marios, obviously I think you guys are probably new to the series, so you don't know as much of them as like a person who's played the most, I guess, but like, I can say like, what would you guys want to see like a sequel to in the collection if you saw like another game get like another sequel really soon? I feel like its direct sequel to 64 would be interesting, although I guess you can technically argue that Odyssey is kind of close to a Mario 64 too, although I'd say it's really, really like a loose comparison. I don't know. Something about this game and Odyssey, they don't feel quite like prior game and sequel. Super Mario 64 DS is good actually, because I remember, like you mentioned that, I just now thought to read that for whatever reason. I had liked that port on DS a lot, and actually it's a shame they didn't give it any more attention. I feel like another stab at a sequel to Mario 64 with like stuff similar to that would be really good. Imagine if we actually got a set of remakes though, that would have been incredibly amazing, seeing like a full-on set of 3 remakes and getting like, see, yeah, it's been nice to get full remakes and... What did I say before again? I'm sorry if I'm stumbling. It'd been nice to see them get like a full remake and like add new features, I guess. Like put them on par with like Odyssey level graphics, give them touch-ups. That's one thing I was hoping for the collection because of rumors. Oh, goody! I had the positioning right that time and he grabbed me literally like a second before I could get in position to grab him or try to run. This is making this level significantly less fun, and I have no idea why you would put a fucking Chuckya on a part that's like platforming heavy. All it does is get in the way and make the level more frustrating. It's camping the spot I'm at right now, and it's annoying to go further like that. I don't even really want to kill it, and yet it's more of a need for blue coins. While we're on the topic of blue coins, I kind of hope we get proper remakes, even if they're sold separately for like full price, which would be annoying thing, but still, it's Nintendo for you. Sunshine remake would be probably good. Give it some of the cut content that it originally had, refine things to be a little bit better, maybe completely get rid of blue coins as a whole in that game because they felt like they were filler, and also they ruin 100% for me. It's really hard to keep track of them all. Speaking of like Sunshine, out of this collection, Sunshine is a really weird game to talk about. Hold on a second. Let me get over there, get onto this. As you decide to do a speedrun at the games that didn't go. That's kind of weird. I guess maybe they were busy and couldn't finish it, but I mean, if you're starting a speedrun, you'd think you'd have enough time to completely finish your game you're playing off. Whatever, though. I've never really got into speedrunning. I'm used to. I guess I can understand that though. I do have like not the best capacity for streaming for long periods of time. Also, hi there, Isadora. I'm not sure how you say that, but welcome to the stream. Just doing this Mario 64 ROM hack. It's been a pretty nice time, honestly. Gee, I used to stream for like an hour to 30 minutes at max. I did not have stamina for streaming for long periods of time. I got worn out really quickly. Now I can do minimum of 2 to 3 hours, I feel like, without too much issue, and sometimes if I press myself, I'll do like 4 to 5, no problem. It just really depends how I'm feeling, I guess. Oh man. I'll never quite understand how people get like stamina for really, really long streams though, as much as I enjoy watching whatever, and there's quite a few long streams I like, but like one person I watch on Twitch, literally like the guy streams like 12 hours or like 10 hours like every single day, and it shocks me how he doesn't like burn out from playing so long. Alright, thanks for hanging out, Ryan. Appreciate the subscription, man. It was a fun chat. By the way, or sure, I guess it doesn't matter too much. Since the guy I was talking about who I watch is called like the #1 Alex, really neat guy and pretty good Twitch channel. I love seeing him and like streaming. There's something about his personality that's really funny. That's one thing I need to work on, is like getting better at commentary. It surprises me how many people I watch who stream on Twitch are like perfectly natural at their commentary. Whenever I try, it usually feels like it's all ham-fisted, and I get caught up on my words pretty often, and ends up being a little awkward at certain points, which doesn't help anything. Right, let me see. We need to get 40 coins. I don't know if this is a common thing. In fact, I don't think it is, but like, one thing I've actually found that helps me a bit when I'm streaming, which is a weird thing, it's like, hey, I'll put up like a little list of things to talk about. I only started doing this recently. Like, I can open up a notepad document and fill out like a bunch of things I come up with while I'm just brainstorming and thinking to myself during the day. It's like one of the few ways I have to easily think out like all the stuff I want to talk about. Whenever it comes to normally thinking about this stuff, it doesn't really come very quickly. There's usually a lot of awkward periods of silence, so yeah. Not a fun time when that happens, but thankfully it's not super often, although it's happened more than I'm comfortable with, to be honest. I don't know. That's probably just a part of streaming. I've gotten better about my skills at like streaming and keeping my thoughts more like actively going. Because before, like years ago, I had the worst trouble like thinking of new shit to say. I don't know. It's been an alright time. It's not been absolute best. It's certainly been an experience, though. It may not sound like it. I think I've been streaming for like at least 4 or 5 years now. I remember I'd started like back in 2014 or something. I haven't had as much time as I'd like doing it, though, because issues that have popped up in my life. If you wanted to know about that, you could probably ask like any of my regulars on my Discord or anything, and they could give you details on that I've told them about. I have not the greatest parents, I feel like. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people say similar shit, but I've had real conflicts with my parents, and ended up making me leave like fairly early without warning at some points, and just getting fed up with their attitude. They can be really rude and just complete asshole sometimes. It's hard to like describe it. Like, I had to help them with a lot of shit that I had no interest in helping with for some of their chores, that's fine to do some housework, but they didn't do it like this is me to do shit for my dad, like working on his fucking farm shit that he has, because we lived on a farm, and it was not a fun time, to say the least. I'm so glad when I moved out. I got stuck living with them for way more than I'm comfortable with. Let's see, I'm trying to think when I actually moved out. For a while, I had to live with my grandparents, which didn't work out amazing. It was fine, but my grandparents did not have a very good respect to my privacy. I had like a lot of problems where they would either shout over or some unimportant shit, or they'd come in my room and bother me for no reason when I'm in the middle of like doing stuff, especially when I'm streaming, which is very frustrating. It's like I want like a little bit of time to myself for streams, and they couldn't give me that. But now I live alone. I live in my own apartment, and I'm happy with where my life has turned up, although I'm not gonna lie, I have been doing some depression. There are some aspects I would hope would get better. I don't know. Oh my god, really? Why am I suddenly having trouble getting this one jump? I need 10 coins, and I'm pretty sure they're not that far. If I scale up, I think I can get them all. Let's check on my thing here. Okay, we need the rest of the red coins if we want to get an easy 8. Maybe I'll look around on the rest of the map really quick before I try searching somewhere else. Also, I'm sorry this has taken like 20 or 30 minutes to get this coin star. This level's got some weird design in terms of like how some of the stuff's laid out, and I've fallen off the level more times than I'd like and had to reset from losing coins. Didn't expect I'd spend 30 minutes doing a coin star. Let's check up here. I don't remember if I did or not. Check the trees, maybe? Let's see. Not this one. That one's got a red star, or actually red coins ain't in it, so I'll do that. 7 more coins. What are those? What are they called? The Dino coins or whatever from Yoshi's. Right, yeah, let's say Yoshi's Island. That's not right. Super Mario World. I noticed those were around here. I don't see them right now, but I never figured out what they do, if they add on like a regular coin or not. Maybe I should try seeing if I can find one to collect. Oh my god. How am I gonna get out of this exactly if I... Oh, maybe the lily pads? I was gonna say, I can't seem to jump out of the water right now. Oh, there's one. Let's see if this does anything helpful. If I can grab it, because it didn't work. Okay, it seems like it's got the same value as a red coin. That's neat. I like that idea, at least. I'll save this box. I'm gonna try and get some coins over on the treetop, and if I do that, there will hopefully be the coins in that crate still, if I'm not mistaken, so I can bust it and get the remaining 3, maybe. Okay, any second now. There we go. Good, good, good. I was trying to think here. I thought I had something I was... Oh, yeah. You know, there's something I saw that is interesting. It's been out for a while, I guess. Like a game thing. It was like... How do I describe this? It was a Mario thing where somebody took, like, the ideas behind, like, a 3D and 2D Mario and combined it into, like, a game where you play with like a whole bunch of abilities from 2D, or see 2D Mario, you play with like a bunch of 3D Mario abilities. I'm not getting that star yet. I want to get my coin star first, so it's not really something I'm willing to do. I didn't spend all my time collecting 95 to be just shoved off. There's a red coin. I don't know if I can grab that or not. It's a risky jump. Wait, is that... I was gonna say that was right off the boardwalk, maybe. God, I gotta play more of these hacks sometimes. This is a fun one, and it's gotten a lot of neat stuff in it. Okay, I think this is enough to get me... I think that box is still intact. I'm gonna go check it. I remember one of them I saw recently... It was a thing I saw Simplefoots playing, like, is a Mario ROM hack, and you had, like, a weird isometric view. It reminded me of an indie game. You could change the camera by pushing a certain button, and you use this perspective thing where you were trying to platform from different camera angles to like get through levels. It is a neat concept. hold on a second, I have to readjust my... Like, my sitting situation again. Like I said, I don't stream from a computer chair like most people. I know it's lazy, but I stream from my bed because it's convenient for me, and I have a laptop, so it's like, why the hell not? I could talk about indies for a while, actually. Anybody want to talk about, like, some favorites they've got? Like, good indie games they remember really well? Because I remember quite a few good ones. I've mentioned, like, some already. Cave Story, Undertale, Deltarune. Let's see. Those are very, very simple ones to list. Oh yeah, Celeste is good. I'm just trying to think on all the ones I want to talk about. Oh, Gungeon! I almost forgot about Gungeon. Gungeon is fucking good stuff. I might just be a sucker for roguelikes, though. There's a lot of good ones out there. I'm not a big fan of Binding of Isaac, though, I'll be honest. I find that game to be kind of, I don't know. I don't like the look of it very much. I think it looks kind of grody and weird and not really great. I don't know. There's a lot of poop and blood and shit in the game, and it doesn't really look that good. I'm sure it's an alright game. I'm not saying the game itself is like a low quality, but the way they handle giving you like power-ups, the way they give you power-ups, the enemies, the way the like stuff in the game is designed, it's kind of gross at sometimes, and I don't know if I could play it because I'm not really interested in that kind of and I'm not interested in that kind of gameplay along with that kind of visual, to be honest. It's gross to look at, in my opinion. Sorry if I'm rambling a lot. Like I said, I'm trying to keep things somewhat interesting, but yeah. I'm just coming, like, whatever comes to mind to talk about, so... I mean, I've been thinking of quite a few things, so... hopefully things will keep going well in that regard. Here's a quick question, and I think I've said it before, but it's might as well just say it, because, I mean, it's not the easiest to think of topics, so... You guys ever like to play with, like... Okay, we gotta get the lily pads. I thought I was going on another star instead. My bad. Like I was saying, though, you guys ever like seeing, like, game developers, like, talk about their stuff and, like little dev commentaries? I know a lot of games employ this, and it's a really fantastic feature. I love getting to hear what, like, goes on in the head of somebody who's designing a game, and, like, getting to hear their creative process. Something about it just feels right. Oh, great. So, how the hell does this work? I've got to run over here, but I don't see how I can make that timing. It feels like not really a lot to go off of. Anyway, like I said, I think I've thought about playing like a playthrough of like Half-Life with like dev commentary. It really is great to see devs like talk with the community and like be open and talk about all these things they came up with and did when they're doing these videos. I don't know, something about it feels really wholesome. Oh my god. Fucking get this perfect, and it's driving me a little crazy trying to do it. Whatever, though. God, I miss it's like seeing a lot of Valve's older single-player stuff. I mean, they did Half-Life Alyx, and that's pretty good, but it seems like they've mostly done, like... like, multiplayer stuff, mostly. They've also done VR, which is kind of nice, but still... I guess they're comfortably able to make it off of Steam sales. You guys use Steam? I think the answer for most people would be probably yes, because it's a really big, really well-known platform. It's like the biggest like PC storefront that I can even think of, and possibly the biggest out there. But there's not many comparable to Steam. It's been around for like 10 years or more. Okay, here's a quick question. This is probably not gonna be the most entertaining one, but like, what are your guys' favorite Steam games or favorite, and like things you've looked at you really like that are up on Steam? Just whatever. Feel free to bring it up if you want. I've already messed up. I'm going to redo this part. I still find it shocking that Valve came from like making a bunch of games to getting Steam and up, and now they're making like tons of money off of Steam. Really good platform though, even though there's some trashy games that get allowed on Steam though, so I don't know. It's a bit of a double-edged sword finding stuff on Steam. Get a lot of recommendations for shit that I have no interest in, and finding that good games can be hard. Also, just getting a game on sale. Oh shit. I think it'll respawn though. This is gonna take a bit of time before I can do this. I'm thinking for right now. Oh yeah, I guess this is a fun topic. I guess. This is the thing I noticed in like another thing, like, apparently Xbox Series S was leaked like before it was supposed to be officially confirmed, because apparently in like a video with Phil Spencer it was actually found in like a background. I guess nobody noticed it looked kind of like a console. I find that weird how, like, hey, this is out here for this long and nobody noticed it, and also, what's the difference between the S and the X? Just S is, like, less powerful? I don't really understand exactly what the big selling point of the Series S is outside of the fact that it's affordable. I mean, it looks kind of nice, though, having a cheap option to play, like, a bunch of their games on. Also, their lineup looks pretty damn solid right now. Anybody watching the Sony presentation, like, really soon? I'm really hoping that it'll be good. I want to see what exactly they're going to do for, like, their launch for the PlayStation 5, like, what their price will be, and also what all games are going to be making launch window or launch. I think the only thing that was confirmed is the Spider-Man game. Sony really fucking killed it with their PlayStation 5 reveal, though. Seriously, like, there was like so many games that looked fantastic and were just completely knocking out of the park with the presentation when that happened like a few months ago. Too bad there's been no price listing yet. This is a fucking annoying star. It's not about, like, just getting it, because, well, actually, I guess it is, sort of, but then, like, race my way over here and try to be very careful to deal with this. Here's another topic for a little bit before I say any more. Like, what do you guys prefer for... Should not prefer, what do you guys think is your least favorite mission or whatever you've done in a game? Like, say, for instance, like, the Warriors game, like, clear all enemies, those kind of things, or beat, like, a certain enemy in a certain amount of time, or, let's see, do it like a slow amount of health. Like, what are your guys' least favorite challenge, or challenges you, also as an inverse, I guess, like, challenges you like, that you'd like to do? I see a lot of people do permadeath, not, like, super often, but it's a interesting challenge. I'd like to try that with the series sometime. Be interesting to mess around with, and I'd love to, like, give my all at trying to beat a game one shot, and then if I mess up, restart it. Make a game that's easy, a real different experience. I think the only problem with that is, like, some games, especially if you're doing it with an older game, not everything has cutscenes to skip all the dialogue or skip all the stuff that's going on. I think most modern games are a little better about that, though. That's another thing that I don't like excuse me, I forgot about. Fucking not having... What was it? Not having something. Oh yeah, not having a skip cutscenes option, excuse me. It feels annoying when you have a really long cutscene in a game and it's taking forever, uninteresting, and you can't skip by it. Oh my god, this lily pad shit is so irritating to actually collect. I don't know how and why it's set up like this, but I do not like... Would have been much happier if it was easy to get up there after I hit the switch. Instead, the box doesn't last very long. I wonder if there's another option for, like, holding it down. Probably not, though. No, Mario! Why did you backflip? I was right in the good position to do it. I could have done it without that fucking backflip ruining my attempt. God damn it. Also, topic of, like, some stuff to talk about, like, pet peeves, since I was talking about, challenges I don't like. Like, let's see, what was it? Time limits on games always bother me quite a bit. That they're never really fun. They're not always awful, but, like, say for instance, Majora's Mask. I love that game to pieces, but that time limit can be really detrimental to the gameplay sometimes. At the same time, I like it because the 3-day cycle in the game is interesting and makes the playthrough good. So many different, like, variations on shit that can happen because of the fact that... Yeah, seeing so many different variations on shit that can happen just because of the fact that it's developed around this system, and they put all these characters in that have specific events every single time you do, like, another cycle. Majora's Mask is great. I really haven't streamed very much Zelda on the channel. Might have to change that in the future, see streaming more Zelda games. Oh god, well, so much for getting at this attempt since I got fucking flung off the lily pad. Oh man. I gotta say, some challenges in games are stupid. No hit, like... I remember so many bosses in Mario Galaxy that were fucking infuriating because the challenge was fight the boss without taking any damage. Ugh, that's not a fun thing to have to deal with. Okay, I got another thing I'm gonna bring up that I almost forgot about. It's about open world games. What do you guys like for, like, different open world games? Have any preferences you like? Any that you find, like, particularly good? Do you not like the genre? Just curious to hear any opinions if anybody's interested in talking about that. I think Breath of the Wild is, excuse me, probably one of my favorites because of the fact it's, like, so freeing. You can play the game really easily and get pretty much anywhere, like, really quick in the game. Literally the only thing that stops you from exploring is the fact that you happen to be... Yeah, the only thing that stops you from exploring is the fact that you have to go after, like, the little rooms first at the beginning of the game to get all your features unlocked. Once that happens, like, it's really easy to navigate around the entire overworld, even if some of the areas are a little more challenging. Also, goddamn, Breath of the Wild is so fucking big. I can't wait to see exactly what they do with Breath of the Wild 2 and see, like, how they manage to make big improvements upon an already really great game. Speaking of Zelda Cycle is a weird thing. I know it's mostly just, like, a thing about younger people probably coming out and, like, talking about their experiences of the game, but, like, I noticed, like, every game, and a lot of people talk about it, like, games in the Zelda series, people love them for, like, quite a bit, and, like, the last game, or should they not say is the first game, or even the first, whatever, I'm getting mixed up in my words, but I know what I'm trying to say here, people will, like, hate on, like, a current Zelda that's coming out, and then suddenly the next game that came out is infinitely better. It's weird how many people are, like, quick to flip-flop behind, like, their opinions. It seems like even though people hate the Zelda game, certain points, like, 5 years later, fucking everybody's talking about it like it's their favorite game ever. It's a weird thing to watch. I don't think it's really happened with Breath of the Wild, though, because Breath of the Wild's... It had really positive reception. I've seen some people say it's not that great, but it's like very few compared to other games in the series. It's weird, like I've noticed how like a lot of people are like quick to like write off some games that have like barely decent reviews and fairly good games, not perfect, but like say Super Mario Party. I remember back when it launched, people were giving it really good reviews and said it was a pretty good game, and nowadays, and I go check on general opinion, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, Super Mario Party sucks, there's too many, or there's too little boards, there's not enough, like, challenge, there's easy stars, stuff like that, and it's like, I'm not going to disagree that it does need some improvement, maybe, but I find it really weird how people flip-flopped their opinion on a game, like, so quickly. How the hell do I manage to fucking get it if it's going to keep disappearing? Maybe there's another way to do this. Let me see. This isn't working. It could literally be me being too slow, but that doesn't seem completely right either. I don't understand what it wants me to do here. I don't know. I guess people change their opinions of games over time, too, so there's also that. It could be any number of things. It's just weird to see people, like, change their opinions so radically on certain games, like, really quickly. Maybe? Let's see. That does seem quicker. The problem is getting on the fucking lily pad like that, but that might have been the problem, me collecting the thing on the box, actually. We didn't finish talking about the open world shit, so I'd like to actually talk about that more. I've never played, like, much of GTA or played it I haven't really played it too much at all. Wonder how do you guys feel about GTA, like GTA 5 or GTA 4, whatever? Wanted to talk about that because I felt like that was another good game in the open world segment to talk about, like, talk about different good open world games. Stuff that's good like Breath of the Wild is, maybe not as good, just different fun open world games. I think both like Saints Row and GTA have open worlds, and they're both pretty good game series, although I think Saints Row might actually be completely dead now. I just don't understand how this is supposed to be done. I have to look it up even though I don't want to. I've spent so long just trying to get up this fucking lily pad, man. I just want to make it to the fucking thing and not be stuck trying over and over. There's gotta be something I'm missing here, unless... Let me look around here. I'm gonna look and see if there's like a box or something I can put on it. Maybe there's a way to get something to weigh the plate down. Weight-based puzzles are always fucking annoying to deal with, and I'm sorry I've been struggling on this one for so long. Hope it's not that big of a deal. Hope it's not boring to watch because of that. There's so many different open world games I want to check out, stuff that I've never really got the chance to play. One of them being The Witcher I'd like to play, and also I play a little bit of Skyrim, but I never really connected with Skyrim for whatever reason. Okay, I'm gonna try it, like, running across it and then see what happens. I don't know if I've done that yet. Fuck. It looks like that's a better strategy, but I don't know if that's enough to get me on there. If I can just get on the fucking box, it'll be good. Give me a second or two. Oh, god damn it. I think I figured it out now. I think I gotta run onto the switch. That's one thing I didn't do, which I should have. I miss the speed building techniques in Odyssey. Something like open world Odyssey was pretty good if you even count it as like open world. It's kind of a weird thing to call that. It's probably closer to a sandbox game, but it is a good goddamn game. It's a lot of fun. Excuse me. Oh, god damn it, I was so close and my allergies like completely fucked up my ability to like process what was going on. That sneeze came up like right when I was hoping it would just go the fuck away. If it happened before I touched the Switch, I would have been much happier. Ugh, fuck. Let me get the star at least, game. I'm gonna be stopping relatively soon, just for the record. It's been a fun day, but it's also been, like, already, like, quite long, and I don't really intend to stream like more than 2 hours right now. I need to do a backflip, probably. Yeah, that'll probably get me on the box. I just gotta be quick about it. Positioning myself very quickly. Speaking of which, or not speaking of which, I said that. We'll talk about more open world games. Let's see, I wonder if there's any I've noted that are pretty good. Skyrim's something I found to be neat. It's fun to, like, watch, and I haven't really got the most enjoyment out of playing it, but I know it's a glitchy mess, which makes it really, really fun to, like, see all kinds of stupid BS that happens. Of course, I fucking fall in the water. I think the last time I got on there was, like, my closest actually getting up there and getting the star. I've never really completely seen the appeal of it. It's cool. It's got a, like, a neat, I guess, fantasy type vibe to it, but at the same time, like, I just don't really completely see, like, where all the love for Skyrim comes from. Finally! There we go. That took a lot longer than it should have to just get up there and grab that star. Quick lily pad hop. Okay, interesting. Let's go to a new level for a little bit, and then we'll go back there in a bit. Is that a note on the wall? It is. Dear Mario, wish luck and tell you that I'm sure we'll see each other again soon, Peach. Alright. Interesting. Also, oh, okay, I was wondering why it wasn't going off. I guess it just fades over time. Right, what is this thing? Blowpipe sewer, huh? Let's check it out. Maybe it's something neat. What is this room? It looks neat. There's boxes everywhere. I guess we break them all? See if anything's in here? I love this. This feels so good. Like a big deal. It's from, oh, you know what it just reminded me of when I was thinking of this, even though it's not a big deal? This reminds me of Galaxy. If only because the fact there's like an entire hub world in this game. I love the idea of getting to explore a little big open hub world, and that might be a weird contradictory statement, whatever though. So I love the idea of exploring the hub world and seeing all the cool shit in it. Is there anything up there, or is it just nothing? I guess we'll see. Probably. I bet that's a star, actually, on top of that. Wonder how I'm supposed to jump up there, then. You're on this pipe, but I'd rather get up here instead. Come on. Whatever. Okay, I had something on my mind and I just forgot what it was. By the way, here's another thing that's decent to talk about. Okay, that was fucking really bizarre. What are your favorite hub worlds in games? Best, like, designed hub worlds? Galaxy, like I said, is good. I like Galaxies a lot. I find it to be a good example of, like, great design that makes everything feel well put together. It's also neat to see, like, the hub world and like, Sunshine and 64, but this one, for whatever reason, feels more alive for whatever reason. Oh, what is this? Colorful coral caverns. Alright, or caverns. I can check it out. Deep dive through the coral. Huh, okay. There seem to be quite a few different levels that have, like, some water themes going on in them. Not too bad, but whatever. I'm not big on water levels, but when they're done right, they can be really good fun. Right, I'm just checking the title again. What was I saying again? I said... Oh yeah, talking about water levels. I guess this is a good point to bring up another topic. I watched a new movie yesterday out of boredom. I looked up a certain movie that I'd seen recommended to me by the guys who created the series Kill la Kill and Gurren Lagann. I like their stuff. Gurren Lagann's really goddamn good. I watched a movie called Promare yesterday, and it was an interesting and pretty good movie. It's weird, though, because the villain had the same exact name that I do. Like, he's literally named Cray, which is not something I deeply liked a whole lot. Also, is there something in here, or is it just nothing? I mean, it's weird that I can just walk through the wall of the lighthouse like that. Really weird, actually. Don't know, it just feels weird seeing, like, somebody scream out the same name, out my name, even though it's actually another character, like, multiple times during a movie. I couldn't even explain, like, why. I guess it's natural for anybody. Just weird hearing Cray, like, a few times in the movie or whatever. It sounded bizarre, but I brought this up because I was talking about how... talking about water. This is an interesting movie, which is a weird... movie and, like, a weird topic to bring up. It is related to, like, firefighting and kind of racist... Not racist, since races, I guess, like, as in multiple races of people. Like, it was about, like, a thing going about, like, ethnicity and, like, about, like, racism against this group of people. There were these people in the series that were called the Burnish, and they had, like, these weird fire powers they had that they could use to combust their bodies and, like, burn stuff, and the whole movie was, like, taking a weird, interesting view about, like, how it was wrong for them to be persecuted because people were, like, attacking them purely because they lit stuff on fire, or even though it wasn't, like, always intended to be a bad thing. And, like, you get to hear a lot about, like, their leader and, like, his viewpoints on life and how they only took, like, lives as necessary. It was weird and kind of cool at the same time, seeing it all. Like, it's really hard to describe, like, how this makes any sense. None of it was, like, very normal. Like, the guy who is the leader of this group, which is, they're called the Burnish. I don't know exactly where that name came up or how they decided on it. It's a neat sounding name, though, for a group of people who have, like, fire powers. There's, like, you have to watch their struggle and how they're having problems surviving, and, like, seeing two groups come to peace and defeat a common enemy. I don't know, I really like the idea behind the movie a lot, and I find it really good, albeit weird at times, like I said, for the aforementioned reason. Also, really dumb movie with a lot of, like, over-the-top action, and it was a fun experience to watch it, I guess would be the right way to say it. Like, I enjoyed it because I found myself laughing at all the goofy jokes in it that were really stupid. It's nice to see a cheesy, campy movie that's not something you see very often. I like watching comedy quite a bit, same with, like, action or adventure movies. There's a lot of good movies out there, though, so really just about anything can work depending how you look at it. Yeah, there's a lot of movies I'd like to talk about, actually. I don't watch them enough, though. Actually, movie talk's interesting. I don't want to talk about it right now because I've been talking about it a lot lately, but I have to get into a nice conversation about movies later. Is that like an X for, like, a treasure? Let me see. According to this, it is. Interesting. Wonder what that's all about. What do you guys like in terms of shows or movies? Like, stuff that's comedy-based, stuff that's action-based, like something over the top or what. Just curious to hear how people feel on this matter, because I'm into a lot of stuff, and I've got to say, over-the-top action movies that are really cheesy can be really fun to watch, actually. Something about them. I don't know why, though. Odd. I'm gonna go back up for getting the metal cap again. Since I mentioned, like, this movie, and I think I didn't already say it, but, like, yeah, there's, like, it is over the top. I didn't specify that completely. But, like, I've got to say, it does a really good job of, like, taking this environment and keeping you invested in how unique it is. I don't know why. There's something about it that's charming. Okay, I guess I'm not gonna get the shell. Lovely. I'll get this air bubble. Wait a second, did I go over to another side of the map? Let me see, I'm curious. This is really big and really spacious. I like exploring this game. Something about exploration is really damn fun in games. Especially when they give you a big open world game. Like I mentioned how I like some of those pretty well. Seems like they're getting more and more common too. Like I'm seeing more games that use open world. Although to be fair, some of them are just like Breath of the Wild copycats that aren't super interesting. What was I gonna say? It was related to something like this. Related to movies. I don't remember entirely what it was. I thought it was like a character-based thing, but whatever. Give me a second or two. I'm just thinking on what I want to bring up and what I should talk about. I'm not too sure, actually. Well, I can think of one thing I might want to bring up. You guys, I guess this is like it's just whatever, since I don't have a lot that I can think of to say right now, but like, you guys think we're going to see more collections in the future from Nintendo? Like, stuff that's not the same as how... Oh, god damn it. Do I need this power-up to get across and get more coins? I don't know, actually. You guys think we're going to see more collections from Nintendo? I feel like their answer is probably yes. I don't know for sure. I feel like a Zelda collection next year would be very, very welcomed, and probably something a lot of people would want, especially since it's the next anniversary, or since the next thing's going to be a big anniversary from Nintendo. There's a lot of anniversaries going on right now, aren't there? Crazy to think Mario's 35 years old now. Alright, I was already in this room, just making sure I recognized if I was in here or not. And the answer seems to be a very big yes. I wasn't even going to focus on the coin star, but I'm not sure where the fuck anything is. Okay, there's some stuff to collect right there. Speaking of Mario Anniversary, sorry, I probably yelled a little loud. They're not even trying to yell, just like I accidentally had my voice raised for whatever reason. But yeah, I was gonna say, like, what they did for the 25th anniversary was kind of... They did like a thing with the Wii where they re-released Super Mario All-Stars. They didn't change anything as far as I can tell, and it was a weird moment. Nobody really liked that a lot. They had like a package where it was just like Mario 1, 2, 3, 4 and re-released for $30 on Wii, which is not a great price point in my opinion. Okay, I might not be able to do this without the coins. I didn't see where they were actually located at, which is going to be an issue for a coin start. Cannon? What is this even supposed to do, though? What am I supposed to use it for right now? Or the cannon for you? At least most of the Mario anniversaries have been good, though. And 30th anniversary, we got Mario Maker, so it's been alright. Crazy to think, Like, it's still amazing to see, like, a game you've supported and loved, like, turn in, like, quite a bit older and see, like, an outpouring of support for it. I don't know why. I guess because I just like the games and that happens. I like a lot of games, and seeing something I've played so much of, get its anniversary mentioned, it warms my heart. What else coming up next year for anniversaries? Pikmin. Also, not Pikmin. I say Pikmin, that's not correct. Or I guess it technically is. I think it's like 2001 or something when Pikmin released. I might be wrong. Would that mean that Pikmin had actually been... Yeah, Pikmin had been released on GameCube like 20 years ago. Next year. That'd be crazy to think about. Although that might be wrong. I don't think so, though. Yeah, actually, that sounds about right. 20-ish years, which only been 3 games, though, which is depressing to think about. Oh, no, 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 do not, please. This is not looking great. Don't want to get sucked into the vortex, either, so I'm going to be extra careful about my movement. Interesting. There's a big green there's a big green bar there, or pipe. What's your guys' favorite Mario enemy? Favorite race in the series? I already said... Oh, shit, I already said that. My bad. I remember saying that earlier. There's a lot of cool ones. Newer ones have had some great designs, too. I like the stuff in Odyssey quite a bit. Hey, Zachary. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. Let's change the topic around then. You guys have played some Nintendo series, obviously. I'm sure most of you guys like them, I think. And what are your favorite series, or like, what's your favorite series from them, and also your favorite like different characters or enemies you remember from them? I like the Donkey Kong series stuff a lot, even though I don't play it super often. I don't play it in my spare time very much. Donkey Kong has good level design, good enemy design, the music's great, like, the series is really, really good. I feel like newer Donkey Kong games have not been the best in the regard to making everything feel completely similar with, like, how good some of the enemies and the different music is. Tropical Freeze did a pretty good job with that stuff, and, like, the Vikings are a great group of enemies since they have, like, a bunch of variety in them. That's something I liked, although final boss of that game was not something I was very big on. Beats the way they handled, like, Donkey Kong Country Returns. Remember that had, like, just those tiki guys, enemies, and they were kind of for villains. They weren't terrible, but they weren't anything to write home about. They weren't great villains. They were just a bunch of fucking wooden tikis. Like, who gives a shit about that as a villain? Maybe I'm being a little harsh on it, though. I know where the star is. I've got 96 coins, though. I need to figure out where the hell some more coins are. I had, like, a blue coin switch that I activated, and because I didn't know where they were at, I missed them all and missed out on 5 coins, which means I gotta figure out where I can get 4 more. Air bubble, thank you. I need that. If you guys spot any coins, then feel free to tell me. Wait, is that a hole up there? Let me see. Yes, it looks like it is. There might be coins nearby. Okay, I think we're near getting another... or one getting the coin star. Wait a second. Is this it? Is there not any more in this cavern? Just like 2 little pathways? Can't spend too long in it or I'll get fucking killed from drowning. Actually, wait a second. We got 5. There's still 3 more we haven't found yet, so... There's another one! I see a red coin, hell yeah. You know, even though these are alright, and I'm not, like... I'm not big on them, but yeah, like... I've gotta say that... if the coin stars were... They were good, but... really weird filler that were left in Okay, I know about how to find the stars at the menu, thanks, but I just wanted to get that coin star game. Anyway, like I was saying, like, they really felt like they are kind of shoehorned in at sometimes. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, they didn't feel like they helped in the games they were in necessarily. They're alright, they make a good objective to work towards, like collecting 100 coins and getting your star for it, but I'm glad Galaxy took it into another direction and decided to make it so you could just get your stars through different objectives. I think the coin stars were replaced with, like, the purple coin stars, which that's a better thing in my opinion. How do you guys feel about, like, say, or how do you guys feel about the whole Daredevil comet thing in Mario Galaxy anyway? I liked it quite a bit. There was some weird stuff in it. I found some of the challenges to be really fun, though. Is this where the red coin star is supposed to spawn? Yeah, okay, I guess it is, so... Well, I'm one short, I think. Let me see. 5, 6, 7. At that rate, then maybe I should look for the last one. That'd be pretty good to find it and then come back here. It saved me time. Part of my strategy in, like, Sunshine and... Well, not Sunshine, because Sunshine doesn't let it work as easy, but at least in 64, I would always go for coin stars and red coin stars at the same time. That way I could knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, because you have to collect all the red coins for one of the stars, and then later come back and get the coin stars. So it's like, well, instead of wasting time looking for the red coins again, why not save myself the trouble and get the red coin star, like, while I'm there instead of waiting. Oh my god, where the hell is the last red coin? We need to find it. I was determined to get a star at first and just leave, but then this happened, and it's like, you know, I'm not gonna fucking just leave 1 red coin unattended. That feels completely wrong. Actually, there was a thing I didn't check yet. I didn't make the shot, I don't think, unless I'm mistaken. Let's check over here. I believe there's a hole in the wall. Yeah, there is. Okay, I made that, whatever this is supposed to be. I think that's gotta be ground pounded, maybe? It's not a red coin, that's for damn sure. That was a bit of a letdown. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the red coin stars in Mario games, actually. They're not terrible, but they're not a lot of fun either. You gotta go on a hunt around a map to look for a red coin somewhere, and it can be really goddamn annoying at some points. I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of scavenger hunts. Usually they feel like they're too annoying. You guys remember the fucking Triforce quest in Wind Waker? That was hell of a weird thing to play through originally. To go around searching through a sea chart to find a bunch of different Triforce pieces. Felt like the weirdest, like, thing. It felt like a filler almost with that, how they handled it to go after all these stars, no indicator of where they might be. Can I get on this while I'm metal? I'm guessing the answer is no. That's odd. Did I check all the corners of the map yet? I'm not actually sure. I don't know where it could be. I don't know. It is. I don't think there's like a... Well, as I said, I don't think there's an equivalent of this in modern Mario, but I'm probably wrong about that, actually. Yeah, as I say, Odyssey doesn't seem to have this, but then I remembered, oh, wait a second, Odyssey's got purple coins, which are arguably just as bad as how red coins were. Okay, here's another thing I want to talk about and I forgot about for a little bit. What are your guys' favorite Mario power-ups? Like your favorites that you remember really well? I think one of my favorites is probably the Ice Flower, and like being introduced in, I think it was introduced in Galaxy. That was a fun thing because Ice Star was just really, really cool and really, really unique. And I was in here before. I don't think there's anything in here, but I don't know. Weird how you can clip through it. There doesn't seem to be a reward for it. God, there's been a lot of Mario power-ups. I wonder if they're gonna stick with, like, Cappy for the next game, actually. I didn't even think about that for a while. Like, I'm sure they will probably do Odyssey 2, so I guess they will, but I wonder what they're gonna do with, like, their next set of games they do, and they have to make some new power-ups to them. I feel like them doing, like, them doing another different 3D Mario game or another Mario game with new power-ups would be really fun. I don't think they're very plentiful. Most of the new Super Mario Bros. Stuff, just they introduced it at a really slow rate. I need to explore the water here and see if there's potentially a red coin waiting around somewhere. I missed ones on the map, obviously, otherwise we wouldn't be looking everywhere for it. There doesn't appear to be anything here. It could be that I need to break that floor, but when I saw that, I thought the floor was supposed to be... You know, I thought that you're supposed to break the floor to go into, like, another part of it or go through a secret in the level. That's one thing I've noticed about this ROM hack that's odd. It's not like it's bad, but there's been a lot of secret courses hidden in levels that wouldn't be placed like this probably in Mario 64, like, originally. Like, they're scattered everywhere. I do like it, though. It's kind of neat to explore and find yourself seeing a new secret that you can play. Albeit some of them are far less fun than others, though. The invisibility cap challenge was kind of meh, and I've overcomplicated the challenge for the metal cap pretty badly. Here's another fun question, instead of, like, just talking about, like, favorite power-up. What are your guys' least favorite stars, moonshines, whatever you remember from, like, a Mario game that you remember having a lot of trouble collecting? One of them for me was, well, I'm not really sure if trouble's the right word, but one I didn't know about that I hadn't collected for so long was the slide. You know how there's that slide in, like, Mario 64? Well, I had no idea for the longest time that there was a star that was basically there for the sake of getting, like, a quicker time. I always thought it was just the one star for getting through the level and then making it to the end. Okay, I'm going backwards. I have to watch where I'm swimming at so I don't keep getting turned around every 5 seconds. God damn it, why is it so hard to track down a single red coin? But yeah, like I was saying, I didn't know about that for the longest time, and then when I was talking to somebody about, like, the stars, and somebody mentioned, and I was like, wait, what? There's a second star in the slide? And it's like, no, I swear I'd already gotten the slide star, and then there's like, oh no, there's a second one. You gotta get it under 22 seconds. And it, like, just hearing this for the first time, I think my brain was a little bit just in complete shock, not knowing this for so long and never finding out about it. There's, like, no indicator that there's, like, a star for trying to get through it very quickly. It eluded me for so many years. I never 100% the game until I found out about that. I can imagine my reaction, though, finding out about it and doing it after so much time. Oh my god, speaking of stars and that kind of shit, I remember, like, it's not probably that common anymore, but I remember back in the day there were a lot of people who would do stuff where they'd be like, oh yeah, I found a 121st star and Mario 64, and it's like, yeah, I don't know if I buy that, actually. It sounds like a bunch of bullshit. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't really feel like there's... Oh god, so... You fuck up, you get lava. If you don't, you stay alive. I don't think it's gonna kill me. I think it'll just burn me, but still. But yeah, weird not knowing about that last star for so long. Of course, it's a star. You know what? I'll collect it. I went down here. I might as well just grab it. I'm gonna do another star or two before we get off of here. Through the floor. God, there were so many rumors back in the day about, like... Wait, what's this over here? I noticed that before. Wait a second. Do I need, like, a bob-omb to blow that up? Because... I didn't know there was a Bob-omb in this area. I didn't realize this had like an actual structure with enemies. Oh yeah, there's Goombas, I forgot. God, this music makes me so nostalgic. Fucking Mario Galaxy, man. Great goddamn game. Really a lot of fun. Oh? Let me see what this is. This looks really cool. Oh, it's 60. Or not 40, I read that as a 60. For some reason, that 4 looked a lot like a 6 from a distance. Fucking good eyesight. Can't even tell the difference between a fucking 60 and a 40. Whatever. Right, what was I saying again? Oh yeah, L is real. I remember that for so long being a thing that people commented on. Crazy to think after all these years we know that it wasn't just a... it wasn't just a rumor, and like it actually ended up being somewhat true. Who would have ever guessed that a myth that everybody just kind of made up and went along with ended up actually having some basis in reality? Wow, okay, what did I just do? Where am I? Did I teleport to another part of the thing? 30, huh? There's another level gated behind that. What is this? Is this like a fast travel point or something? This is weird. I think I went to another part of the map, or did I? I can't tell. I'm guessing there has to be some way to blow stuff up. Those look like bombs from rocks or something, like from Zelda. I might be completely wrong about that part, though. Okay, I've got one idea on how to break the wall. I'm gonna explore the overworld a little bit, and then if we don't get anything out of it, we'll go to the next level and just do whatever. I want to try hitting the wall with Mario and with Metal Mario and see what happens. No? Nothing? Huh. Then how the hell do you break it? Alright, let's check on this thing, I guess, and see what we're in. Oh, right, that's the 41, my bad. I was thinking that was the 31 that I just bumped into. We'll go find it. I love the design of this overworld, though, seriously, if I haven't already said it. This is one thing that I appreciate when there's kind of stuff in collectathons. You go through a hub world, but the hub world is like so lively that it actually feels like it's a proper level in the game and not just a hub world for the sake of being a hub world, which a lot of games don't have the best of hub worlds. I think they didn't. Yeah, they just completely went and foregone the entirety of hub worlds when it came to Super Mario Odyssey. Kind of missed the hub worlds a little bit though. Angry Sun's Pyramid Climb. Okay. Let's see. What is this, then? I'm really interested in seeing this. Ooh! It's like the Paper Mario games, almost, in a way. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck! I did not mean to get that close to the edge. Oh, you know, I didn't even think about this. I wonder what the next... Well, I'm gonna go to another level. Actually, I was gonna do this. I'll do it later. I wanted to do that right now, but I want to go back in that other world I finished. I feel like if I do another world that I haven't started, I'm gonna end up going after another coin star, and that's gonna take too long, so I'm gonna try to stop myself from even attempting it before I get sucked into another 30-minute affair of collecting coins for not any good reason. Deep dive to the core. I think I know what I missed there. I don't know where the red coins I missed are, though. That's one problem I've got that I don't know the answer to. I'll look around a little bit and see if I can figure that out, though. That's an annoying feeling. Get all the collectible shit and then you're missing just the single one collectible. Nothing more annoying than missing out on something that's literally just 1% from being done. What is this? Oh yeah, it's a coin box, isn't it? Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and just move forward anyway. I'll figure it out as I play, I guess. If I don't get it today, there's always another stream to do this stuff on. Right, where was I? I had something I was meaning to bring up. I got distracted again. My bad. Ugh. I guess we can do some developer and, like, game talks. I want to talk about, like, some stuff that's been on my mind. Just some interesting stuff that occurred to me. Talk about. Apparently, like, or not apparently, that made the right word, but I was gonna say, like, I think I've been hearing about, like, potential of, like, talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake 2. Like, the part 2 of it that continues off where they left off, and I'm really curious, like, when that'll be a thing. That's an interesting thing. It's not even, it's like it's labeled as a remake, and it's actually, like, not even a real remake. It's some weird, improper remake. Yet, I don't mind, because I think it's pretty cool looking, actually. I'd like to try it. Unfortunately, not available on any of the platforms I own. I bet there's going to be a PC version eventually, though. I'll probably buy that, actually. I wanted to get up there and look at the things in case I remembered a Red Coin game. So don't fucking knock me down again. Oh shit, I'm doing a terrible job at platforming. I'm sorry, this is a messy stream. Not completely messy, but still. I need to work on this a little bit. Okay, what was I talking about? Fuck. I mentioned something I really wanted to get into a discussion about, and I forgot. Oh yeah, Square Enix. I wonder what they're working on. I've never played Final Fantasy VII or any Final Fantasy games for any. Excuse me, for the most part that I was gonna say. I haven't played any Final Fantasy properly. I need to check the series out. I know that like 7 through, I guess it's 12. They've played like a bunch of those over to the Switch. I need to check those games out. Anybody who's played them want to give me like a synopsis of how good they are? I should get into it sometime. I really feel like I'd love to check out what they play like, just because that's one RPG I've not really got into, and Final Fantasy's like the big RPG series that everybody talks about and continually gets a lot of attention. It's still weird to me how it's like planned as a final game and then it turned into a fucking series, and it's like that has the name Final in its title, which makes you think that, like, yeah, you wouldn't likely expect it'd be a game that ended up having sequels, but no, there were sequels, and there were quite a bunch of them, even though they were all weirdly different from one another. God, I hate when devs make really weird, like, naming schemes, actually, since we're on Final Fantasy. Fucking having, like, Final Fantasy, then Final Fantasy 2, it's just like, okay, this is confusing to follow the plot up, since they're different stories. Also, like, if they make a specific game, like Final Fantasy X, and they decide to make a sequel called, which they did, Final Fantasy X-2, like, that name is a weird one. It's like, I get what they're doing. It's bizarre looking at their naming scheme, though. Can't devs use a normal naming scheme that actually makes sense? I mean, it doesn't bother me that much, but it'd be nice to see names that didn't happen to be weird. I don't know. It might be me. It looked like it was Mario, like, doing the middle, putting up his middle finger and flipping the player off. Like, it really looked like that. Okay, I'm gonna stop for this one, I think. Boat ride among the rocks. Boat ride. Oh, I see. There's this over here. Interesting. And I can control it, at least I think? Or is it going automatically? Kinda looks like it's going automatically. How do I... Okay, I think I'm supposed to be steering it. I don't know how to do that, though. Fuck. It's disappearing, probably because I got out of it by accident. I don't know how you're supposed to control the movement, though, unless I'm not supposed to. It kind of felt like it was going on its own. I don't mind. Reminds me of an escort mission, almost. Oh, is that how you... No, I don't think it is. Let's say, is that how you're supposed to control the boat, is by moving it like that? I wouldn't even be that surprised to find out you get to, like, do stupid shit to control it. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, I made it back on. Huh, is it just automatic? Reminds me of one of those carousel, I'm not sure how they pronounce that. Those rides that are in, like, some theme parks or amusement parks. Those are fun to mess around with. You get to play or not play, but you get to go on one of those and see how the ride operates. I haven't been to a theme park in so long. I'd like to go visit one again. You guys go to parks or do anything like that very often? What do you guys do, like, for when you have spare time? I was assuming you've got, like, a schedule where you can go out and check out shit when you're free. If I'd lived closer to a theme park, I might do that, but I don't really live close enough to do anything meaningful like that. Let me guess. Yeah, I was right. That's a star. Easy enough.
Here we go!
I think the one I've been to the most is Six Flags. Super Nintendo World looks good. I don't think I've been to Universal either, so there's a few options I'd like to check out. Precision swimming. What do you mean, precision swimming? I'm gonna look around, see if I can figure it out. I wanted to do a quick one, and that was pretty good, but hoping to do one that takes, like, no time. It might be better I stop after this, though, not do another one. What's the funnest theme park you guys can think of? Curious to hear, like, different things, like different theme parks, different rides, whatever you want to talk about, you name it. I've only had so many different experiences, like, theme parks. State Fair used to be fun when that came around. It doesn't happen to be something I attend very often. I don't think it's, like, I don't know if it's still ongoing very much where we live or not. Actually, it probably is, but I don't really know. That's the same thing I looked at before, is it not? The X? Yeah, it is. Just checking. State Fair's great. Fucking really good food. Also, there's rides. The animal showing stuff is not really a big thing I'm huge on, even though those are really big. I had to deal with that as a kid, and I had to show animals despite not wanting to, so don't have the best memories of it. So wait a second, which way was it I need to go? Thought I need to dive under, but I might be misremembering. But yeah, like I was saying, State Fair is pretty good. Fun. Eat cotton candy, get something from the snack bar, like nachos or a burger or something. Let's see. Obviously, like, getting to go on rides with people was fun too, and, like, experiencing the fair was really cool. All the times I did get to go and just relax and enjoy myself. Oh, man. Maybe I should go to a theme park sometime, but I mean, going to a theme park alone feels really awkward. I don't know. Just a thing I was thinking about and rambling on about. Anyway, let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I would like to bring up really quick. Something that I feel like might be a good topic to bring up, because I feel like I'm going to stop after this. Precision swimming. Okay, I need to figure out where this star is at. Maybe we can stop. It's not talking about this, is it? Because this is where the red star, or the red coin star was, I believe. I would have thought there'd be a red coin over here, actually, but I don't see anything. I know there's one inside the boat. Nothing. I don't know why I'm caring so much. I guess I didn't get all 8 when I tried, which bothered me a little bit. It's just not fun realizing you missed something and you want to collect it. Come on, go quickly, Mario. Oh, it's open! This opens up? Okay. Fascinating. Wasn't expecting that. A lot of mines on here. Even though I'm not big on water or levels, I gotta say, there's one thing I remember, like, there are certain games that do underwater exploration. They do it really well if it's like the focus of the game. You guys remember that Abzu thing? That's a neat little game that came out a few years ago. I liked that a lot. That was a fun game, and I think that was indie as well. So, that was a game I remember particularly well. A lot of fun games. I'm about to stop. I'm just gonna wander around for a little bit before I do anything else. Just look and see if I can maybe understand some of these puzzles, and then we'll stop. But yeah, Abzu was great. I miss E3. All those cool game announcements that came up at E3. It was a fun time to experience it, and now it's not here this year. And I mean, maybe we'll get more next year and get to see it again, but who knows whether or not that's going to be the case. I'd certainly be down for seeing it come back, and I hate the idea of E3 just dying off, because I feel like it had a lot of cool stuff in it. Here's another thing that I want to discuss really quick. Game of the Year. You guys think it's pointless or no? Like, we have that every year where we see people, like, discussing, like, what's the current Game of the Year, what they enjoyed the most, like, what's their favorite game, and then the big Game Awards show that happens every single year. I think the one thing I enjoy about that the most, instead of the circle jerking for one game to get Game of the Year, is like the fact that there's new game announcements and a bunch of cool world premieres usually when it happens, even though last year's was kind of ugh. I wonder what they're doing for this year when it happens to come about to that time, because it'd be kind of weird to set it up in person when there's, like, not really any easy way to do that with COVID. I'm gonna go up here, and that's it. So yeah, we're pretty much done with stream. I just wanted to check one more thing before I stop. Hope you guys enjoyed the session. I already broke the block, so I guess we'll stop it here. Alright, that was a fun time. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I had a really good time playing, and really great time just streaming and chatting with you guys, so thanks a bunch for hanging out and talking, even though it may not be the most interesting. I feel like I did a fairly decent job with my commentary today, and it was really fun for me. I hope it was as fun for me as it was for you guys. Or fun for you as fun as it... Whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. I hope it was fun for you guys like it was for me, basically. So, we'll stop here. We'll do more probably the next day or two, not tomorrow. Actually, I guess I'll do it in like 2 to 3 days, and I'll stop here. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Have a great day or night. Bye, everybody.